What is good, chat? How are we doing today? Listen, I know it has been a marathon week of a stream, but listen, as my good old sweet Nigerian mama used to say, there's fire on the mountain, okay? Especially in the Black Manosphere. And what is going on right now is that this Pearl situation is causing an even bigger divide than I could even possibly imagine. Like, one woman who is causing such a major split in this space, not only with the split of the audience, major split of the audience, but it seems like we're seeing a split of big content creators too as well. I mean, on one hand, we got guys leaning to the side of no accountability for Pearl. In fact, they want to limit the accountability that's levied on Pearl for the actions and decisions she decided to make, while basically saying, hey guys, let's just sing Kumbaya. She's not really racist. By the way, you guys notice that's the argument a lot of these no accountability tards are levying right now, right? We never called her racist. You understand this, right? We never called her racist. We said that her platforming a racist like Fuentes, right, without offering a proper defense means that we need to have an ultimate conversation about who we need to hold accountable when bigger content creators are elevating inexperienced content creators that are coming out here and parading people who are, first of all, have no business being in certain spaces, but second of all, you're parading them in front of certain people that they think they're superior to, and you don't have anybody on the other side combating those ideas. That is the big problem. And another thing is, it's not even about Pearl right now. The accountability, because we realistically, a lot of us who are pissed off about the situation, it's not about Pearl. It's about the lack of accountability you guys are not giving her. And that's what you guys are missing. And you guys are conflating it with, oh no, they just think that Pearl is racist. You guys are so dumb. Pearl isn't racist. She does content with black people. Trust me, I know racist, okay? If you're like the lead attorney, I know racist, and Pearl is not a racist. Let me tell you how racism goes down in the South. So he proceeds to just go ahead and explain a whole situation that had nothing to do with anything, but just to try to deflect for more accountability for all them boys who are basically caping for her. We don't even care about Pearl at this point. It's the lack of accountability you guys are not giving to her, right? We see how a lot of y'all harp on some of these black female content creators. As soon as they misstep, whoop, whoop, y'all are doing 3-4 videos. Oh, you got to be held accountable. This is why black women, this is why they can't get ahead. Y'all are throwing every single thing in the goddamn book. But then it comes to one woman. Just one woman. Y'all niggas fold. Y'all niggas cannot even hold her accountable. That's all we're asking, right? So that's what we're seeing right now, okay? We got one camp, the no accountability guys. They don't want to hold her accountable. They're pivoting and making the whole racist argument. Like, you guys are saying Pearl's racist. We're not saying she's racist, all right? And the other side are basically making the argument that I just basically made. We're saying, guys, why aren't you holding her accountable? Okay, so that's what we're seeing right now, this massive split within the manosphere, and it's crazy. And we got a lot to cover, folks, because we're going to break down O'Shea Duke Jackson's video, because O'Shea Duke Jackson kind of held Obsidian accountable, okay? And to be fair, after what I'm seeing, I'm starting to really understand who the real ones are, at least the ones who are willing to learn from their mistakes versus the ones who are in it for the clout, all right? Especially some of these black manosphere content creators that we're seeing out here. We can start to see the difference, okay? So O'Shea Duke Jackson finally came out, and at least, I mean, even though I still think the criticism of Obsidian he had in that video was timid, he still at least criticized Obsidian. And for those of you guys who don't know, it's that pathetic live stream we talked about the other day where him and everybody else basically put on this goddamn red carpet cape and parade for Pearl, and she was on the panel herself. Like, literally, she could have easily defended herself, but everybody else just wanted to sit there and cape for Pearl. You know, one of the guys came up there talking about Pearl. why do you even feel the need to apologize? Like, fuck them niggas. Like, niggas are gonna be angry anyways. You did nothing wrong, right? That's the mentality that's going around. So it was that live stream that Obsidian did. O'Shea Duke Jackson ended up covering it, and it was actually pretty interesting because this was the first time where, although he and Obsidian are cool, this is the first time that I've seen him like basically seriously come out and make a solid stand against Obsidian and his talking points. And by solid stance, basically pointing out the argument that Obsidian was trying to make when he randomly involved Oprah for no fucking reason. Like Oprah interviewing white supremacists. Like, how does that have to compare to Pearl? Like, bruh, Oprah is intelligent. Pearl, we don't know what the fuck is going on with her. So it was just weird. And I found it very interesting, the criticism O'Shea Duke Jackson had. And realistically, even though it's not as harsh as I would like it to be, because I think you gotta be harsh to get through Obsidian's thick skull. Okay? You can't be timid around this man. All right? He still came out and he stood 10 toes down and held it for the brothers. The same thing for MTR. He's holding it for the brothers, guys. So we're going to cover that video. And on top of that, we're also going to cover certain things about Pearl too as well, because especially Pearl and the whole Nick Fuentes situation. And first things first, let me shout out Mr. DG456. If you're going to be in the chat later, thank you for sending me this video in the email, because this video that I got from Mr. DG456 basically made me rethink my original statement about Pearl. And once you guys see this video and you start to see the people who are coming out now and still standing by her side, you'll start to realize that, A, them people who are standing with her don't give a fuck about y'all. They don't give a fuck about black people. They just care about clout and money. And second of all, what this is also going to prove is that Pearl, she wasn't being an airhead when she brought on Nick Fuentes. This was calculated. Yeah, that Obsidian stream we covered the other day, when she said, oh, I just, I was just curious. He just seemed like a guy to talk to. Yeah, no, that's all cap. Turns out that Nick Fuentes has actually been on her show multiple times. Realistically, even way before this controversy blew wide open, Nick Fuentes and Pearl Things were on the same show. No one said anything then. And it's crazy for me to see that, right? And it's like, wow. Because this woman for real just went on Obsidian's apology tour where all these black men shitting on black women were protecting this woman, and she lied. She said she was curious about this. But no, she's been doing content with Nick Fuentes, meaning this is a pivot for her. This wasn't a spur of the moment. Nick Fuentes is the next big grift for her. All right, so with that being said, guys, go ahead and hit the like button. This stream is gonna basically put a lot of this division to rest. Okay, it's gonna once and for all point out the people who are acting silly right now and need to rethink what they're doing. All right, versus the people who are who history are gonna look at and say, yeah, y'all are right. Y'all were right this entire time, and we have been had. So, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, let me know if y'all can hear the audio. I'm about to pull this screen up, and we about to play O'Shea Duke Jackson's video.
Tagged, Just Pearly Things was tagged, Melanie King was tagged. So, to make a long story short, me and Jason Black had some words about each other. I've heard he said something or mentioned me in this particular stream. I have not watched it, although I got some emails. I'll deal with that maybe another time or not at all, because that's not the most important thing of the show. The most important thing I will believe is what is the response from the Obsidian Media Network. And the Obsidian Media Network was the really big target from what I understand of the stream. There were some disses thrown towards me, but the big target was Obsidian, which is why I believe.
This is what I was saying. This is what I've been said. I said that Jason Black, that whole live stream Jason Black did, he really didn't have smoke for O'Shea. Because at least say what you want. I mean, yeah, O'Shea takes some accountability for platforming her and helping platforming her. But is he taking the necessary steps to rectify that situation? Absolutely. He's doing videos upon videos upon videos, being heavily critical of what she's doing and what's going on. Even to the point where he's going at some other bigger content creators and talking to them about their situation right now. So Jason Black was completely off when he, I would say on when he's talking about when he brought in his whole work in Africa and the Uganda thing. Come on, bro. Like, let's attack on the merits, right? You had a point when you were looking at his support of Pearl and him taking accountability for that. But then when you're gonna use that to discredit his work overseas, that's weird, bro. Don't do that. But realistically, this man right here, Obsidian. He's the one that Jason Black, he really had smoke for. Because the last half of his stream, it was on this dude. Because this is a dude that's going Supreme King Simp. And he's just caping shamelessly for Pearl. So what I said in my last live stream, Jason Black and Obsidian, y'all really need to come together if anything else. Because it seemed like other people who are supposed to be rational and kind of march the same way, it looks like they're falling off to the wayside, and they would much rather care about their brands and their reputations or whatever they think that is versus standing with the people that help build them, right? So I just find that very interesting. But let's go ahead and continue.
Believe he was left last, and what people were telling me, people were giving out lashes and whatever else kind of stuff, and it was a roast session and whatever the case may yield. So Obsidian returned fire with an open letter to Jason Black calling him a black hypocrite. I would like to play an excerpt of what he said, and then I'm going to come back.
All right. So in any event, yes, I was made aware of Jason Black's so-called open call to callers. It was nothing of the sort. I'm going to prove to you why that is. By now, everybody knows Jason's shtick. It's a very bad, rendition on a shock jock. And, I'm really not for that. As a matter of fact, I really didn't want to do today's show, to tell you the truth.
You know what's crazy, guys? One of the biggest criticism this clown Obsidian levies against Jason Black is, you are Mr. Anonymous, Mr. Anonymity. I have not once seen this dude, Mr. Obsidian, do a live stream showing his face. So I just find it curious. I'm looking at this picture and his voice just don't even match. But I digress, bro. It's just like when you live in a glass house, bro. Just say it.
Because, I mean, hey, we're just gonna go there tonight. Lions don't care about the opinions of sheep. That's my view of Jason Black. But the only reason why I want to do this today.
Why? Tell us.
The only reason why.
Oh, come on, man.
Is because Jason Black has the gall. The unmitigated gall.
Oh my God. Unmitigated.
To upbraid Pearl, meaning just pearly things. He has the unmitigated gall.
Unmitigated gall.
To upbraid her about interviewing a white supremacist.
This is coming from a guy that thinks Pearl is virginal. Hey, you still haven't explained what the fuck that you meant, bro. Hey, what did you mean by that? What did you mean by Pearl being virginal, dog? Yo, hey, bro, you got a lot to answer for, my nigga. Like, I'm not even playing with you. Like, this woman literally just sat across and laughed with the white supremacist, and you got her on your platform asking her if she's a virginal woman, and you over here trying to set yourself up with her. You crazy, bro. I'm serious. Just listen, you can't say nothing in this space right now, my dude. I'm telling you, until you answer that question. What do you mean by Pearl being virginal, dog? I genuinely want to know. Is that a new term? Like, that's such a...
When
I want to know.
we here at the crack research team of Obsidian Radio has discovered that Jason Black himself has interviewed white supremacists. He has the unmitigated gall to upbraid Pearl for doing this. Fair enough. But then he wants to say that Pearlie shouldn't do it. Now, I'm not saying that what Pearl did was good. I made my position very clear, and see, unlike all the other people who have so much to say about Pearlie behind her back, I said what I had to say to Pearlie, both on the phone, because we can call each other up like that.
Oh my God. Like, he just can't help himself. Obsidian. Like, who fucking cares if you got your mammy Pearl on speed dial? What are you like we're supposed to be impressed? She's over 1 million subs and still not verified, bruh. And you over here talking about, well, it's because we're on that level now. You know, I could text Pearl. I have her phone number. Yeah, y'all niggas don't got a phone number. Y'all sit here want to talk shit, but I can flex on y'all because I got Pearl's number. We on that kind of basis now. You don't understand how pathetic you look, bro. Obsidian, this is what I'm saying, bruh. You, like, you know what I find so disingenuous about this? O'Shea Duke Jackson stands by your side, even though he publicly disagrees with you and you are publicly throwing shit on his reputation by coming out with this bullshit. But damn, bruh, hasn't he helped you enough? You gonna come out here and drag his name too? Like, what are you doing? Like, this is not uniform. You are the second half of the Black Manosphere, and this is how you want to behave? Calling Pearl a virginal woman while you sitting here caping for her, not holding her accountable. That live stream was a shit show, Obsidian, and you have to own up to that. You have to. You sat up there and you cursed out a black woman in front of her. In front of her while she's sitting there looking amused. And half the questions most of them niggas were asking, she wasn't even paying attention to it. Like, it's almost like it felt like her having to show up on your platform, Obsidian, was kind of like a chore for her. It was more of like, I gotta just get this and get it over with so they can calm down. That's what it was. Y'all, you need to stop. You need to... O'Shea, I don't know why he still wasn't as hard as it should be on you right now. But, like, damn. It seems like he's trying to go one way and you just fucking it up and going in the other direction. You're not uniformed on this. And this is what makes all of y'all look like clowns. Every single one of y'all talking about a Black Manosphere. We got half the Black Manosphere platforming racist queens.
Say what I had to say to her, both on the phone in private and then again in public. And I said to her, then on the phone in public, and I reiterate, I thought it was stupid. But not for the reasons that other people thought. See, I was talking insider baseball with her. See, a lot of people don't know YouTube. A lot of people don't know social media.
You see what he's saying? He's trying to act like his exclusive phone conversation with Pearl, y'all niggas are too stupid to understand how it works. Meaning like a nigga can't pick up a phone and be a content creator. You know how easy that shit is? With your old ass. Nigga, you've been on YouTube for 10 years and you still can't get past 30,000 subs. Everybody that started this bitch with you have surpassed you in every single way, Obi. And you still in the same spot. Why do you think that is, brother? Can you just give us a clue why you think that is, why your shit hasn't grown? You see, you're talking about, oh yeah, these audience members, y'all don't understand how social media works, okay? Me and Pearl, we understand how that social media works, so we had this private conversation, right? Bruh, you are looking crazy, dog. You don't understand how crazy you're looking.
But she and I both know how YouTube works.
Oh,
We both know how
like
social
nobody
media-
else, like nobody else knows how YouTube works. Come on, dog.
it works. And it's just social media 101 that you don't have on people who don't have anything to do with what you do.
He's trying to act like he's better than y'all. That's what he's trying to do. He is trying to put his raggedy ass self in the same category as Pearl, who's got 1 million+ subscribers, with your barely 20,000 subscriber ass, right? You trying to put yourself in the same group as her, right? And you trying to separate yourself from everybody else. Nigga, anybody can understand YouTube. Because YouTube, they can watch YouTube videos on it. YouTube help niggas understand YouTube, dummy. What are you talking about? Like, YouTube is not some exclusive job that only niggas who are of your caliber knows how to do. You or Pearl, right? Y'all are not exclusive. Hey, y'all treating this like this is some kind of career field or kind of job path. It just shows how pathetic y'all motherfuckers are. Like, just real talk. Only Pearl and I understand YouTube. And this conversation we had behind the scenes over the phone, because I know her about YouTube, right? It is so high level, y'all plebs can't even understand it. See, you guys are audience members, okay? It's not like you have YouTube to research how to be a YouTuber. No, you just can't possibly comprehend the work Pearl and I are doing. Bruh, you sound so like the coon. I can smell the coon from the screen, dog.
They are not in your lane. Why are you talking to people who are not even in your lane? If your lane is relationships, the red pill take on it and all that sort of thing, why are you talking to white supremacists who bring nothing to the relationship table? Why? So she knew my position right off the rip, in private and in public. But I just find it interesting that Jason Black can reserve for himself the right to talk to and interview at length, not one, but 2 white supremacists. Not just one, 2 of them.
What are you talking about?
So that's what we're going to talk about today.
So what Obsidian is saying here is, because Jason Black has interviewed white supremacists, he's a hypocrite for just pearly things interviewing white supremacists. All right. Now let me just deal with this particular point, because I don't know of the name of the documentary. I believe that Jason Black interviewed Richard Spencer, but me not being non-biased in this particular episode, because I know Obsidian, I'm closer to Obsidian. I don't know Jason Black. So, but me being non-biased, the number one question I would want to know is, what was Jason Black's behavior around Richard Spencer?
Right.
Or whoever the white supremacist was. Was Jason Black acting in a way that put down at the African-American community? Was it something that he was doing that we have evidence of, that he made white people look better than us, or he didn't defend black people to the guy? Because it's one thing to, I mean, me personally, I don't believe in interviewing anybody that's a white supremacist at all. I don't even deal with that. But let's say, for example, that's what happened, and that's what I believe happened. I've never heard anybody say there's any evidence of Jason Black behaving in a way in front of that white supremacist that made or demeaned black people, that relegated African Americans or the black community in front of said white supremacists, whoever it was going to be. I know it was somebody, it might have been 2, but the question is this, and this is what I believe Jason Black is really dealing with, and a lot of us are dealing with. Pearl interviewed the white supremacist, that being Mr. Nick Fuentes. And then the question was, were there exhibitions of behavior such that we would believe, or we could clearly identify, that she was behaving in a way that could have relegated blacks? Or what were some things said that we can identify that put down blacks or made fun of blacks? Or did she sit there idly by when there was a racist statement and she had an opportunity to interject and she did not? So what Obsidian is talking about is not addressing that point, which is what I believe Jason Black is addressing, which is what I'm addressing, and everybody else is addressing. I think the sin is he's trying to equate here. Well, Jason, you interviewed the white supremacist, and so did Pearly, but you're calling her out, therefore you're a hypocrite. Where that's not the same thing. The situations you may believe are similar are equal, but I don't think these are equivalent.
See, listen, O'Shea New Jackson, I wish he's a little harder on this, but he's absolutely right. All right? In freaking Obsidian's pathetic attempt to freaking cape for Pearl, he's sitting here talking about, well, listen, Jason Black, you interviewed white supremacists before, all right? Nobody called you out on it, but why is it that when Pearl does it, y'all are all just jumping on her? It's because she's a white woman, that's it, and all you guys are just jealous. That's not the point. You're arguing tomatoes to tomatoes. The actual argument here is the person that is doing the interview, do they have the experience level that is able to combat the talking points that are going to be espoused by said white supremacists? Do you understand that? Okay, on one hand, Jason Black is a well-versed individual, all right? So if he invites, Richard Spencer on, or some of these other guys on, if he invites them on and they're having a conversation, you best believe he's at least well-versed enough to be able to combat some of their talking points, all right? And there's a potential for a conversation to actually be had there, right? But in Pearl's case, you got someone like Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is a known manipulator. He's a fucking, bruh. He calls himself a racist. We didn't give him that term. Even on that show, he said, I'm a racist. I'm a white supremacist. He wears that on his cape, okay? He's dealing with a woman like Pearl who pretended, and I'm saying she pretended because I think she's faking, okay? She pretended that she doesn't know anything about black issues, right? But she does know that slavery was kind of overblown because a lot of people nowadays use it as a tool to get black people pissed off and get them voting democratically. That's what it is, right? Because the liberals, they always like to remind you of slavery. That's what these liberal blacks like to do. They just never want to just forget about it, right? Not like us conservative blacks, right? Like us in the black manosphere, right? Some of these conservative blacks in the manosphere, like, you know, like you got Obsidian, you know, you got TLA, we can add him to the mix. We got Anton Daniels, right? We're real conservative blacks, all right? And we don't think y'all niggas deserve reparations. Yeah, what's that, Massa? Time to get in the house? All right, it's cool. We're gonna hide in the house a little bit. Let me just tell these field niggas what's up. That's what y'all niggas sound like. Y'all don't get it. So we have a situation right now where in a pathetic attempt to, because here's the thing, we're dealing with a couple different things, right? And first things first, we're dealing with the inexperience of Pearl. I want y'all to follow me here, all right? To be able to platform someone like Nick Fuentes and not do anything about it. Not only are we dealing with the inexperience of Pearl, but what this also does is it exposes the hypocrisy of the red pill. And yes, the Black Manosphere talks about red pill. It has red pill moments. The Black Manosphere in certain ways is red pill. It's nothing different. It exposes the red pill, right? Because the red pill talks about holding women accountable. The red pill talks about holding women accountable, no matter what they do. Because feminism has made things equal, right? So if men are held accountable, therefore we believe women should be held accountable, right? Only the women they don't like. Because that's what Pearl just exposed. Because when a woman who came in here and rode to the top of the mountain off of y'all talking points, she got to the top. Not only with your supporters, but y'all talking points. When she got up there and she revealed the mask of who she really was, meaning she don't give a fuck about y'all, she just wants the clout. Whatever it's gonna take to get up there. That's what she's revealing to us right now. Y'all don't want to hold her accountable. I've seen so much caping for this woman. It's beyond insanity at this point. Even from content creators I would have never expect from. Like Lead Attorney. The fuck are you doing? And by the way, I fuck with Lead Attorney. Okay, I got a huge respect for Lead Attorney no matter what, all right? Even most people on this panel, we still fuck with him. But Lead Attorney is doing a live stream at this moment we're speaking right now. And it is the biggest L take I have ever seen a lawyer participate in my entire life on YouTube. All right. And it's still going on right now. Okay. This man is just like the things I've heard in that live stream. He also isn't holding Pearl accountable. I saw more deflection. Oh my goodness. Than a nigga trying to avoid. Let me pause. I was about to make a crazy ass joke right now. But listen. That's what y'all are participating in right now. Every single one of y'all that's ever talked about modern woman this, modern woman that, we gotta hold her accountable, modern woman this, modern woman that, it spits in the face of all of y'all because what it says, when the chips are down, fuck my principles. That's what y'all are showing right this moment. All right? And I'm not going after the people who are willing to change, who are willing to say, hey, yeah, this was crazy, and Pearl, you wrong for that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But even after, when you're trying to justify this bullshit and not hold her accountable, I want you to ask yourself this, bro, in your 20 years of being a divorce, right? And this is crazy. This man really sat up here and said, because I believe you were lying, lead attorney. I full-heartedly believe you were lying, okay? You literally just came up here and sat down and said that this 26-year-old privileged white female has more experience to show a 20-year divorce attorney who's been in the trenches. She has more to show you? Nigga, that statement tell me all I needed to know. That statement alone told me everything I needed to know. What the hell does a 26-year-old gotta show a fucking damn near mid-40s nigga who's been in the trenches for 20 plus years? You lying, nigga. What the fuck we talking about? It's a cap. What does she have to show you? She's already proven that she don't even have an experience to have conversations with someone who thinks they're better than black folks. You know, the same people you riding off of right now. And you don't want to sit there and hold her accountable. Now she says this thing where I'm going to go to war. I'm going to fight all of you guys, okay? Every single one of you guys that ever held me accountable or tried to, I'm going to war with you. Bitch, whatever. What the fuck ever. Ain't nobody care who you going to go to war with. Is it yourself? Maybe you got lead attorney and Anton Daniels on your side, but we know what they're about right now. They're about that business. And lead attorney said it. He said he's got a brand to protect. Now, I wouldn't have even done this video if it wasn't for how he went after my boy First Gen Corporate. And y'all don't know, First Gen Corporate was a man that gave Anton Daniels that work on Pocket Watch and Stream. He's the only one that exposed Anton Daniels on that stream with the paperwork. And you see how lead attorney did a 180 and came after him for telling lead attorney that, hey, bro, your take is an L right now. That told me everything I needed to know. Everything I needed to know. Y'all are willing to burn your reputation for this woman. But the real question is, why? Like, what is so, like, all we're asking, here's the crazy thing. They're all saying we're calling her racist. No one is calling her racist. I've even said it here. No one thinks she's racist. The real criticism we have is not really even for her because she's already apologized, but no one really cares about her apology. So that shit's already squashed. The real criticism that's going on right now is why you brothers can't hold her accountable. And the real question is, if the shoe was on the other foot, would her and her white friends do the same for you? No, they would crucify y'all niggas. Look at Jonathan Majors right now. My boy just got off of Creed 2 and did the little Ant-Man movie. A white girl made an allegation. All of a sudden, everybody. You don't see white men saying, hey guys, let's just wait until, the evidence come out. No! You know what happens? The U.S. Army pulled the ads from this dude before the truth came out. We don't even know what the truth is yet. But that ad revenue he was getting for the U.S. Army, that's gone. See, them white boys, when you mess with them girls, they don't play. But over here, our black men shit on the black women and protect the white girls. Make it make sense to me. And not just the black men. You got Nigerian brothers too. And I'm Nigerian, which is crazy to me why all this is happening. Like, I'm surprised I'm the one making this argument right now, which is weird to me, right? But we also got my Nigerian brothers who are also dropping the ball. We got that King Riches guy, right? He's a part of Pearl's crew. And this dude basically came out and said, well, I spoke to Pearl. I spoke to Pearl behind the scenes. Yes, absolutely. And I told her that what she did was wrong by, having him on there. But, I still think that, Pearl is still not racist because I work for her and she pays me. But, I did talk to her offline. Okay, buddy, if you did talk to her offline and you did say that the situation was racist, then what did you have to say when she platformed Nick Fuentes literally 3 weeks before this controversy happened? So you were okay with the racist then. You didn't talk to Pearl then, right? You didn't talk to Pearl then when Nick Fuentes was on this little platform here. You were okay with Pearl talking to him here. This was 3 weeks ago before Jason Black blew this wide open. So what it tells me, my Nigerian brother, your little outburst to try to come here and make excuses for Pearl, that shit's fake. Because this racist motherfucker was on her platform 3 weeks before this controversy blew open, shucking and jiving with Pearl and the rest of y'all. All of y'all are laughing on this panel. All of y'all. You didn't have smoke then, but when y'all started to get exposed, all of a sudden it's like, well listen, time out. I did tell Pearl offline that was wrong for her to bring Nick Fuentes. Oh, really? But you had nothing to say when she brought him on 3 weeks ago. But wait a minute. Didn't Pearl tell Obsidian? Come on. Didn't Pearl, I'm sorry, you guys, I thought we watched the same show. She told Obsidian that it was a spur of the moment when she invited Pearl on that podcast that day, right? And it was just out of curiosity. And he was willing to come out, so she just did it. But she didn't mean it. She didn't plan it. What the fuck is he doing on your platform 3 weeks before this controversy took place? If you didn't plan any of this, Pearl, what is he doing here? Admit it. You did this for the clout. You planned this. And every brother, like the lead attorney, like Anton Daniels, like Donovan Sharp, all them niggas that are defending you right now, they don't even know what they're defending. They're saying, oh, it's just a spur of the moment thing. She doesn't need it. She planned this, bruh. Like, don't you get it? This is all planned. She's grifting in front of you brothers' eyes. She's using your pain, your relationship struggles for clout. And none of y'all, all of y'all are sitting here caping for her. Do you realize how pathetic this looks? See, this channel, we saw the grift from a long ways away. We saw it from a long ways away. I said, nah, this Pearly things, bro. She's not organic. None of this is organic. So I'm just saying, when you start to see how this controversy with Pearl is really starting to be very, very destructive. Just know who's sticking up for her right now and who's standing 10 toes down on their square. Because those are the people you want to rock with after all of this is over. Everybody else, they're just using you. They want to protect their brand. That's what they want to do. So they'll sit there and deflect and say, no, this isn't about Pearl being racist. We know she's not racist. Trust me. I know what racism is. I'm from the South. I know exactly what racism means, okay? Trust me. I know exactly what it means. Nigga, who cares? Your experience ain't mine. It ain't theirs. It ain't anybody else but your own. So you speak for yourself, nigga. What you talking about? People are offended because you are not allowing her to take accountability. And you coming at other black females, y'all calling after other black content creators. It is just so sad. For Pearl of all people. Y'all don't believe me, bro. I'm not even going to play this video, but this is just to show you that Nick Fuentes and Pearl has been doing content before this controversy went open. So don't let any of these platforms that are telling you, oh no, she didn't mean it. It was just the spur of the moment. Don't let them fool you. She's been plotting this shit with Nick Fuentes this entire time. She's only admitting that it was an accident because she got caught this time. Jason Black was watching this time. That's what happened. And because Jason Black was watching, everybody else came out and talked about it. And now we're starting to see who's a real grifter in this space, riding off the backs of y'all and people who are actually here to ride with you. And that's what I disagree with Jason Black when he was talking about O'Shea and things like that, because O'Shea doesn't even do content with white people like that. He's really down for the community. Like, say what you want about him. Even I know some people think, oh, he's not really pro-black or anything like that. He shows it in his actions, regardless of what you want to say, right? But look at these other dudes. Look at what they're doing. Look at what they're saying when the chips are down. They're not even willing to stick by him. And he helped some of these guys too, like the lead attorney. How many times did he put the lead attorney on? I know they're not beefing. I know it's all good. But the fact that we can't even be unified on this, that's wild to me. So he has this live stream right now, and I call it the Protect the Pearl live stream because he's on there. I don't know. I see O'Shea Duke Actions in the chat right now. But I see him. This is the part I want to play because he went on this weird. This was so cringe. Like, this was such a cringe live stream, and I think he knew it because as I was watching it, he went subscriber mode like in the middle of the chat, in the middle of the stream, because he was getting flamed up by his chat. Like, realistically, lead attorney was getting flamed in this chat, and I don't know if he did it or or his moderator did it, but somebody went straight to all subscriber mode because he was tired of getting that work. And he's going to face a lot of criticism. Even in this live stream, he's sitting there talking about, well, you know, O'Shea might yell at me and I might get a phone call later, okay? But I don't think she's racist. That's not the argument. Now, the part that I'm going to play right now is him basically pulling up First Gen Corporate's super chat, right? And remember, First Gen Corporate was the guy that exposed Anton Daniels' grift. Okay, so First Gen Corporate, in my book, solidified. All right, because the way he exposed Anton Daniels, it was hilarious. We reacted to it multiple times. Now he's talking to the lead attorney. He's letting the lead attorney know, hey, bro, you looking at a massive L right now, the lead attorney. You got to read your chat, right? Now, aside from the diehard ones that were, oh, well, I kind of see what the lead attorney's talking about, you know. Man, y'all are just dumb. Yeah. Because that's what they're doing. They're now turning around and saying that the legitimate black people that have a grievance with Pearl's situation, it's not really much of a grievance, right? Y'all are just dumb. Y'all don't really understand racism. That's how he turned it over in his chat. I watched all that shit happen. I was sick. Talking about, oh, y'all don't really understand racism. Y'all don't really understand prejudice if y'all sitting here thinking like that. What? How can you say that, lead? And in the same breath talk about you got to protect your brand? What brand, nigga? Brothers and sisters built your shit, dude. What you talking about? What brand? Your platform ain't nothing without them brothers who are mad right now. That's why you had to go on subscriber only mode. I got to give you your work because somebody got to hold y'all niggas accountable if y'all not going to hold her accountable. This is crazy to me. Let's play what he had to say about First Gen.
And it's cold, and then you got to shovel snow. Like, come on, right? Shout out to Mike L. Mike L says, I'm 34 from Birmingham, okay? Listen, some of y'all are from, California. Some of y'all from New York. What is my man Mike says? Says the lead is preaching, and it's not even Sunday. I am not saying that the South has some lockhold on racism or anything, but...
No, bro, that's what you implied. You implied because that you were from the South, therefore it gave you authority to speak on whether or not you think Pearl is racist. And because you have the influence you do, you got dummies like Mike super chatting you saying, yeah, you're probably right. Your version of racism is probably different from what other people have to face. Get the hell out of here, bro. That was such an L take on so many levels, it wasn't even funny. And if you yourself, Lee, didn't know there was an L take, you wouldn't have put that shit on subscriber mode in the middle of your live stream because you know you were taking L's. This was a horrible take, my boy.
Birmingham? Let me tell you something. Mike L knows what a racist white woman looks like. He really does. Shout out to Mike L.
How do you know? He could be a white boy.
Shout out to Saeed Simmons says, not the time to long stroke. This is serious. See? You know what I'm saying? Somebody pay $2 and then want to tell you how to run your channel.
Wow. So when Mike super chat $10 to tell you that you preaching, it's all good. It's all good. But my boy Saeed is super chatting you $2 and telling you, hey, stop fucking around and get to the point because you're speaking on black issues here. This is serious. And now, look how he turns it into, oh, Niggas think they pay you and they think you can run your channel. Like, man, you see how he's treating y'all? This is crazy to me.
All right, shout out to Z. Thank you for the $2, brother. Shout out to
my boy.
Shout out to First Gen Corporate. Thank you so much, First Gen Corporate. First Gen Corporate says, TLA, we disagree here. Your form of racism, Southern, is not the only type. Fair enough.
Tell him.
We can classify it like murders by degree. As an expert in Black history, trust me, slavery is not exaggerated. Roots was the light end of it. Well, first generation, you know, you're saying that slavery was not exaggerated. You know, now I don't even want to get into, you know, what this man is talking about, right? But, you know, people can agree or disagree. Now, when you say you disagree with me, you know, oh, slavery is exaggerated. I'm telling you, I'm not saying that slavery is exaggerated. You got to take that up with him and Pearl. With this dude and Pearl, you take up whether or not slavery is exaggerated. I could have never lasted in slavery. So, I'm not sure where you.
Okay, wait, time out. You're saying have him take it up with Pearl and Thomas Sowell. But nigga, you over here defending Pearl right now. So he talking to you. He spent $20 just to talk to you. All right? He's talking to you. He's letting you know he disagrees with you agreeing with Pearl's take that slavery was exaggerated. That's what he's saying. So the fact that you just sit here casually dismissing that, talking about, well, I didn't really say it, but you're defending it. Bruh, we not stupid.
You're trying to get an argument from me about that, but Roots was amazing. There will never be another Roots, man. Guys, y'all don't understand. For the young ones, we watched all 37 chapters of Roots in school. It's amazing. Like, that was part of the curriculum. They showed it for a whole week in school. Every single student watched Roots. When you think about it now, it's like, you know, they don't want to teach us about slavery or anything, but they had damn 9-year-olds watching Kunta Kinte getting whipped. Like, what the fuck? Like, them were days back.
He kind of goes in and he kind of long strokes here. But part of the thing I found interesting is that here's a comparison between someone like him and someone like O'Shea. Ooh, First Gen did another super chat here. I gotta see what he's doing. But let's play it.
And you're a young buck. How old? Let me tell you, but shout out to the intentional millionaire. I mean, he brings creator to tell another content creator to stay in our lane.
Oh wait, hold up, chat.
On YouTube. I'm not sure any of the people that are wilding out are older and from the South. And you know, maybe we are. I don't know. But shout out to the intentional millionaire. I mean, he brings up a great point. A great point. Shout out to First Gen Corporate. Says, would he ever make light of the Holocaust? Not on you.
Pearl, time out. That's a good point. I would ask that question to Pearl. Would she ever joke with Nick Fuentes about the Holocaust on her platform? That's just answer. Chat, what do you think? Do you think Pearl would make light of Jews and the Holocaust joke on her platform? Would she have done that? Or would it be easier to just laugh at black people and Africans, right? It's easier to laugh at Africans than to laugh at the Jews. Why? Because we're not divided like this. That's what it is, right? Or we are divided, but like the Jews aren't. They're not divided like we are, which is crazy to me. So watch this mental gymnastic over here.
YouTube. I don't think so. Going forward, she needs to stay in her lane. Here we go. If you want to trigger me, someone tell a YouTuber to stay in their lane. And First Gen Corporate, you know, you've been on the channel a lot. Are you a content creator yourself?
What? Why does that matter? He's supporting you. He's been on the channel supporting you. He doesn't need to be a content creator, nigga. Like, what you talking about? So the fact that you pivot to that argument right off the bat was so weird because it tells me that you didn't even have a legitimate answer for that. You over here pivoting to discredit him because he's not a content creator. Yeah, he's letting you know Pearl needs to stay in her lane. Nigga, you need to stay in your lane too. Like, what's a divorce attorney talking about modern women for? Talk about the divorce crisis. Talk about divorce laws. And to be fair, he does. I'm just throwing shit right now, but he does. To be fair, but let's just be real, bro. You talk about other people. He's right. She's not ready for a conversation with Nick Fuentes. Matter of fact, of any other racist that is prominent. She's not ready for that. She needs to stay in her own lane. Matter of fact, if she took first gen's advice, we wouldn't have this controversy right now, would we? Just a food for thought.
So, I mean, it's one thing for a non-content creator to say some idiotic stuff like stay in your lane. It's a whole nother thing for a content creator to tell another content creator to stay in her lane.
That's wild that he just said that. And you know what's funny thing about YouTube is you're actually supposed to stay in your lane. Meaning, if you have a channel, you can't talk about gaming and talk about red pill content in like different videos because YouTube and the algorithm doesn't understand where to place your channel, so you don't get any views, right? But if you focus your channel around one topic, let's say either all about gaming or all about red pill, well, YouTube algorithm can find a spot for you and you can ride that algorithm. Hopefully you can start getting into the recommended tab, right? So the fact that he's sitting here saying that, well, if you're a content creator, you're telling other people to stay in their lane, well, then you don't understand what that means. That's cap, bro, because all YouTube content creating is all about staying in the fucking lane. For instance, you're not going to see the lead attorney all of a sudden start talking about gaming. He's going to talk about everything else that has to do with Manosphere shit. That's it. Because he came through Manosphere shit. And that's the only way he's going to be getting views, Manosphere shit. If you don't believe me, have him do a completely different live stream that has to do with magic. Just have him one day pop up and say, hey guys, lead attorney here. We're going to be doing magic tricks. I'm going to show you how to do I'm going to show you how to make a duck flip. Right? Ain't nobody going to watch that shit, bro, because it doesn't make any sense for them to do. So YouTube and content creation, it's all about staying in your fucking lane. Just saying.
Let me tell you, as a content creator, you're going down the wrong road. Tell somebody to stay in their lane on their damn YouTube channel.
He getting triggered, bro.
And you're a young buck. How old are you? You about 26, 24 too, right? I'm just telling you, brother, that's not a position that you want to have.
You know what's funny? He's going after dude's age right now. But then in the same breath said Pearl, a 26-year-old, taught him everything he needs to know about social media and what the fuck she does, whatever that means. Right? So why is it that you got first gen, a young guy, him and his opinions don't matter because he's asking questions and telling her to stay in her lane, but all of a sudden someone like Pearl, who you're ironically defending, which is weird, all of a sudden she could just say, hey, all my black people, slavery is overrated. And you sitting here telling her that you can learn everything that you could possibly learn from her. Lead attorney, a 20-year diverse attorney who can learn from a 26-year-old with what experience exactly? With what experience exactly, lead? You saw on our Obsidian stream, she said that her first introduction into black people was when she moved to London. So she was well into her 20s before she got acclimated with black people, bruh. That's the definition of a culture vulture. And you sitting here talking about you learn more from her, a 26-year-old that found black culture when she moved to London, over a 20-year diverse attorney that talks about how he sits across from black men and black women all freaking day to his audience. And when his audience is calling him out, he's dismissing them. This shit I can't stand, bruh. You got to answer for this shit, bruh.
Going around telling people to stay in their lane. Ocean, shout out to Ocean. Ocean says, let's say the same thing about the Jews. I assure you, no one would be capping for her. She would have lost everything. Not in the black community. Sad. Now she's black. Okay. All right. I get it.
Well, what's your response?
What else we got? Oh, we got the
Whoa, don't skip that. Don't skip that super chat. He paid you $10, lead. Answer him. What if she said the same thing about the Jews? What if she said the same thing for the Jews, man? Answer that question. Nigga, this is the reason why we're so divided. This is why they don't respect us. People that look like you and me, they don't respect us because lead attorney's pulling the ladder up. He's up there already. So when another white person who deserves to hold accountability needs to be held accountable, bruh saying, nah, trust me. I'm up here, right? I know what I'm talking about because I have all this experience, okay? Just trust me. She's cool. It's the equivalent of the mainstream media putting Al Sharpton in front of our faces and him telling us that everything's okay, that racism is just a myth. Jesse Jackson, all them watered down civil rights leaders, y'all know different. That's what this is telling me. Answer the question. We are supposed to be representing a unified front. Again, this isn't about calling Pearl a racist. We don't think she's a racist. Anyone who's running around with that narrative, y'all are stupid and you're missing the point. And you're letting these dudes pump you. You're letting them manipulate you because they're trying to get you to believe that our grievance is because we think Pearl is a racist person. None of us think she's racist. That's stupid. That's a dumb argument. You're not dealing with idiots over here. It's the fact that you guys in the red pill are not holding a white woman responsible for her actions. MTR came out the hardest against her, and y'all coming after him. Doesn't that sound weird? Meanwhile, knowing full well if the shoe was on the other foot, no mercy for us. Oh, we fucked up, okay? That's the problem. You're not holding her accountable for the shit that she does. You're caping for her. All of you guys are. And you're supposed to help black men. That's what Pearl is honestly exposing about a lot of you niggas. That's what Pearl is exposing. That you will, it's all about clout than actually helping these dudes. You wrote off the back of all these black folks in your channel, and look at how you're going at them. Look at how you're dismissing casually all of their valid criticisms for y'all. You know what this is, chat? Ever since, and O'Shea was right, ever since Kevin Samuels died, that was it for anybody who was trying to make it up to the top. That was it. Because all these niggas were hoping on Kevin Samuels to take them where they need to be. Every single one of them. Kevin Samuels dead. Now everyone got to work for themselves, and they finding out it's hard. You can't grow as fast as you used to because my boy isn't showing up on your panels no more. And all of a sudden, y'all think you have an opportunity in Pearl. Here's one that's already up there. She could potentially get us up there. She could potentially help me get over 300,000 subscribers. Up to 1 million. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is really all about. This is weird. I never thought that the black manosphere of all people would come this hard to defend Pearl of all people. Like lead attorney, bro, she studied off your boy Kevin. I thought that was your best friend, my dude. And look how she's casually doing all this, and y'all not even, you can't even do Brody a solid and hold her accountable, B. Bro, you can't do even that, dog. You got to come out with this stream, and then you put it on subscriber mode when your audience is being fucking real with you and letting you know what's up. Damn, dog. I didn't know it was like that, lead. Damn. Juan Pablo, a shout out to you for the $5 super chat. He says, Duke, when can we get a collab with TLA? Also, this whole Trollo might debate a numerologist thought of Trollo actually agreeing and losing. What's a numerologist? Is it someone that counts numbers? Let me know what that means. Or neurologist, like neuro. Are you talking about neuro or numero? Numero, I think numbers. I don't know what numerologist is. But if it's a neurologist, then that'd be interesting. Or neurologist, my bad. That'd be interesting. And listen, TLA, all of this, listen, I respect TLA. Like, all of this is just, I give tough love to everybody. This is the same smoke I gave for Angry Man, the same smoke I have for everybody else in the space, okay? It's not saying that we hate you or anything like that. I love the lead attorney. He's a good guy. It's just, this take was very, very shocking coming from him. And if no one else is going to say anything, it's like, okay, I'll say something. I think O'Shea's probably going to say something. Somebody, MTR is going to say something. People are going to say something about this because what has happened is we're seeing a split right now. People who want to choose Clout over people who want to choose the people who helped them get here. So next time any one of y'all that have criticism for O'Shea, talk about O'Shea's a sellout, he still sticks with his own people. My boy over here platforming white people to come up here to talk about black situations. There was like a couple white people on this panel or some shit, right? I don't know if he ended the stream right there, but I don't know. I saw a couple white people that were on this panel. This dude was an Iranian, right? There was another dude that was a white dude that was on here. He came off after that Iranian dude. So you got like dudes that don't have anything to do with the culture talking about black relationships on a panel while you're justifying a white woman's dismissing slavery. Like, this is optic wise, none of this is a good look. None of this is. And this brother ended up saying that he knew about slavery. Or not slavery, he knew about racism and shit. Okay, that's fine. You may have faced prejudice, but your prejudice, or your racism or prejudice isn't black racism or prejudice. That shit's different. That's different. So say what you want about O'Shea, But at least he sticks to his own people. And yeah, some of y'all will say, well, O'Shea doesn't grow because he does that. But look how far he's come off the power of brothers and sisters alone. Even though y'all disagree with them, y'all may not agree with certain points. Especially when it comes to the Pan-African movement or the pro-black movement, right? I get it, but look at his actions. They tell you. That's why I respect the dude, 100%. But you come over here, you got guys who built a bag off of that platform, and they're telling you, hey, that woman that says slavery is not a big deal, trust me. I know racism, okay? I'm from the South, and she's not. She's okay, okay? She's one of the cool ones, okay? She's allowed to say the N-word. Yo, I'm done. Let me find that spot real quick, bro, because I just found it very interesting. There you go. Let me find this whole conversation here. See what my buddy has to say. Because the cope level was disgusting.
Situation.
You know, I'm like you in the sense that when I saw the comments and I saw the clip.
Yeah, when I saw the comments and I saw the clips, well, tell us what you found so intriguing about my boy here, lead attorney. Please tell us what you found so intriguing.
Just the way she was trying to describe it, I thought, oh boy, this is a train wreck waiting to happen right here. Just kind of like the way she came across and everything. It's not well informed about the whole thing and the way she put it. So, in on the whole, I think the criticism of her is mostly justified. And all that. So what I would say, and if I could take a step back and look at a broader picture,
tell us.
I'm fortunate to be on another content creators panel. And on that panel, we talk about race related stuff a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting.
And it's been a very eye-opening experience for me and also for the other people on the panel, because we're hearing different points of view. And sometimes it gets kind of heated. And my point about this is that I think with the Pearly Things discussion, I think it's important that we have those discussions. And in the early going, people are going to get their feelings hurt. Things are going to happen.
Oh, really?
But I personally think that as long as there's this narrative, from my perception, there's this narrative that white people really don't have a place at the table to talk about slavery, racial issues, or anything. It's almost like my perception is it's almost kind of like you sit down and shut up, and we're going to tell you how it is. And I'm like, well, as long as that persists, I think you're alienating the people. People can get alienated and feel like, hey, what the fuck?
You know what's so stupid about what this guy is saying? Is that, what do you think black people are trying to do? But you know what the media says, especially the conservative media? Oh, why are you guys always bringing up race? It's racism, all of this, racism, all of that. Wow. So we're like, okay. I mean, we're still going to talk about it because it's our history and it's the shit that we go through every day. So don't get mad at us for bringing it up. Now this dude's saying, well, listen, I think it'd be better if we just talk about it. That's what we're doing. And on top of that, one thing I find interesting is you're saying, yeah, we got to have this conversation, and, you know, you don't like it where people are saying white people don't have a seat at the table when it comes to this conversation. That's a debate in itself right there. But realistically, what I didn't hear was, does Nick Fuentes, someone who's a white supremacist, do they have the right to be even in that conversation? Not only that, but is it okay to laugh about jokes that have to do with stereotypes to someone who thinks that they're better? Because the problem is, y'all don't understand who Nick Fuentes is. This person, we didn't don him a racist. Like, we're saying, we're calling him a racist. Everybody's calling him a racist, but we didn't say that. He is self-proclaimed a racist. And you already know, if you're a white boy wandering around here talking about I'm a racist and I'm a white supremacist and that's okay, you're crazy. Pearl saw that and invited him over to the platform. Not once, not twice, 3 times. It was only this time Jason Black called it out. So why are we having that conversation of why is someone who's inexperienced, this inexperienced white person who's claiming they want to sit at the table to talk about race, why are they coming to the table with the lack of knowledge? We got to have a conversation of which people are coming to the table about these conversations. Are we having white people like Destiny, or are we having white people like Pearl? That's what's missing out of this conversation right here. My boy just says, well, white people need to be included too. Yeah, and Pearl is what the result of when we include just any white person in the conversation. That we get Pearl. I don't even know who the fuck you are. Lord knows what your viewpoint is, or whatever group chat you're a part of that talk about racism. But at the end of the day, I want y'all to ask yourself this question. Would you see a brother like O'Shea Duke Jackson on a panel with a white dude talking about a woman, whether she was the action she took was racist or not? You would not catch O'Shea doing this shit right here, especially during a racially charged situation. Omni9 Studio, shout out to you for the $20 super chat. He says, all these creators supporting Pearly are all about the money and not about the ethics. This was purposely done to divide the black manosphere. The man will create chaos and divide and conquer. I think Pearl was definitely on point with the division, bro. That's what this was. Pearl was definitely on point. And the thing is, what we're seeing right now is we're seeing people who choose clout over people who are choosing principles, right? And that's the argument we've been trying to make this entire time. There are people here who are here to really help you, and there are people here who are just here because they you can get them to the next bump. All right? And that's what this has always been about, to get them to the next bump, to the next level, right? Again, what they're trying to say is the argument is we're calling Pearl racist. We're not calling her a racist. We're just saying, why is a white person that wants a seat at the table? Matter of fact, we would consider her, most people in the black manosphere would consider that she already has a seat at the table, right? So why would someone who already has a seat at the table that we're letting have conversations about this, why is she not allowed to be well-versed enough to handle conversations like that? Okay? And if she can't handle those conversations, what's wrong with us holding her accountable? Like, why y'all getting at us by saying that she's wrong for platforming somebody on a show that she didn't even push back on, nor didn't even get somebody who's effective enough to combat it? There's a problem. And she didn't do this once. She did this 2 or 3 times. And the second part to this argument is, why are you guys not holding her accountable? So she's not holding herself accountable. Y'all not holding her accountable. Yet y'all are trying to turn it around and say we're being delusional. We're being crazy because we're saying that she's racist. Nobody is making that argument. Nobody in this chat believes she's racist. I'm telling you right now, Pearl is not a racist, but she is fucking stupid. Like, just really, what she did was dumb. It was a dumb thing to do. And the other person I got smoked for is this guy named King Riches, right? Because he's calling MTR out. Just so you know, there's a war right now that's going to break out between Pearl's camp and MTR. Because MTR is standing on his toes. MTR is not budging. Neither is O'Shea. Both of them niggas are not budging on their stance right now. So Pearl is going to go after him. Or I don't know if she said she's going to get revenge. And best believe we're going to cover that here too. What does that mean? We don't know. But what I do know is lead attorney came out and said, well, MTR, this was not your place. What do you mean, lead? What do you mean it's not MTR's place to talk about this? What are you talking about? He's been seen on a show with her. Multiple times. He's got other future shows planned with her. After she done did this shit, he has to say something. So for you to tell him that it's not his place to catch the smoke that Pearl is going to give him, first of all, I don't think MTR is afraid of Pearl and whatever she has to bring. I think, if anything, MTR has a more loyal fan base than Pearl does. So that's not going to do nothing. But let's watch the smoke then what this Nigerian brother has for MTR and everyone else that's coming after Pearl right now.
The documented history of the atrocities that happened to black people.
And I will say this, like, again, in conversations with Pearl, I basically said the same thing, you know, obviously being a black person, you are gonna have more of a deeper, you're gonna have a deeper emotion towards the whole slavery dynamic. Even as a guy who is African, have African heritage, my mum and dad are both Nigerian. You know, slavery is in everywhere around the world. But you know, even as first generation in the UK, you know, we face prejudice and racism. I know I have personally growing up and stuff like that. And there's certain things that, or certain feelings and connotations that will come up if somebody who is not black will say something like slavery was embellished. Do you get what I'm saying? And that was something that, you know, I believe that me and top producer, we both spoke to Paul, you know, off camera, you know, and we made it very clear that, you know, you know, using the word slavery or saying the phrase slavery was embellished, you know, it just is not. It's just not cool. Like, you can't.
Okay, yeah, I get it, my Nigerian brother. Hey, yes, good. Yes, I'm glad that you said that. What did you have to say when she platformed him here? Because, you know, she also brought him in before she did the slavery thing too. So it means that she's been courting this guy for shock value, so she can get more video views. And she's been doing this, and now that she got caught because of this Jason Black situation busting wide open. Now we're noticing that she's been doing this whole time. So, Mr. Nigerian brother, you know that this man is a racist, King Riches, right? So what did you have to tell Pearl after the first time she brought him around? Or do you only have smoke for when everyone's eyes are on you now? Is that when you, oh, well, I did pull her aside and said something. This is why, again, when we talk about unity amongst Pan-Africans, right, where it's Nigerians with American blacks or Ugandans or Ghanaians or Kenyans or whatever parts of Africa you're from, right, we can't come to other people's country because at the end of the day, we're still immigrants and pretend to know what the fuck they're going through. The slavery we dealt on our continent is different than what they dealt on their continent, on the other continent. Completely different. And it's different from the Yorubas that were trafficked to Brazil. But guess what? Because they're slaves that went into Spanish nations too. It wasn't just to America. We know that. And life was hard. There's a not a tribe, but there's a group of blacks in Brazil that are direct descendants of the Yoruba tribe. And you should know that, King Riches, because Yorubas are Nigerians now. You know that, right? But before Nigeria was officially drawn as Nigeria, those people were sold into slavery and they get sent over to Brazil. And they have a whole community of Yoruba descendants in Brazil. I bet you the struggle they went over there is different from black Americans, is different from blacks that were sold into slavery in different regions. Either way, it's not okay to go over there and claim that, hey, just because slavery was a world thing, that just diminished what you went through or what their ancestors went through personally in that country. Because at the end of the day, it's still people getting sold and being forced to do something they weren't against their will. So you making this argument, King Riches, you're cheapening what MTR is trying to get at with Pearl. And you exposing yourself too. Because what you gonna say about the first time she brought this nigga on? This was 3 weeks ago, people. This was 3 weeks ago, before this cold controversy went crazy. Yeah, she got 184,000 views. Even their brothers in the chat right now who are agreeing with this racist. But all of a sudden, y'all want to make it it's not that big of a deal when somebody else exposed the grift. Y'all didn't really care, and this is what makes us look bad, African immigrants, because we're coming over here and we're working for people who are bringing on racists like that, and we're not pushing back on this. And then when they have a criticism saying, "Hey, listen, you guys are coming over here acting like you're better than us, right? Y'all thinking the immigrants work that much harder than we do." That's not. At the end of the day, that's not entirely true. Because if that was true, then we wouldn't have as many black people in the middle class and upper class as we do right now. You're diminishing your own people and the work that they've done, even despite slavery, even despite this Jim Crow, even despite segregation. They still made it to the middle class. They're still making it to the upper classes. And you're going to say dumb black folks don't work hard versus the little immigrants that are coming in? That's bullshit. I'm not saying that immigrants don't work. Nigga, I work. You work. But don't diminish other people's struggle and act like they don't do shit because you're comparing yourself to them. That's the problem they have with us. And as a Nigerian brother to another one, this is the place where I agree with First Gen Corporation. We stay in our lane. Because I guarantee you this, you and I are not going to let them come over to Nigeria and tell us how things go down. We wouldn't allow it in our country, and you know that. So why are we sitting here making judgments about them? Wake up, bro. This is an L take for you too.
You can't be saying things like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, slavery was a horrible, tragic, disgraceful period in history, which happened specifically to, when it's specifically happened in the transatlantic slave trade. And it was a disgusting era in human history. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, she's explained to me, I will explain to us as a team, as a network, what she meant by that comment. And I honestly, again, I will say, Pearl is not racist. She used a poor choice of words, and I believe we have checked her on it. We spoke to her directly.
Hey, no, bro. First of all, Brody, I can't even guarantee that you spoke to her. On camera, what we saw is your girlfriend sticking up for you. A white woman, a white Italian woman stuck up for your ass. And you're supposed to be the man. You couldn't even stand up for yourself. Your own girlfriend had to stand up for you. And you expect us to believe that you talked to Pearl offline about that shit? You didn't even have the balls to confront Brody while he was on stream. So now you over here talking like you a big man, big Nigerian man, right? But your girl had to stand up for you. Brother, that is so sad. You better not be Igbo. If you Igbo, you owe every Igbo in the entire world that's ever seen your video with Pearl an apology. No, hands down. Because this right here is disgraceful.
Without holding back and stuff like that, it's not some situation where, oh my God, Pearl's the boss and she's the slave owner and we have to all be shaking in our boots. Like, it's absolutely not like that at all. That is it. And the people that try to make it out to be like that are people who are probably jealous and wish they were in a position like mine or like top producers or like any of ours.
Hey, buddy. Hey, listen, who's jealous of you? You're the same brother that said that the most amount of money you've ever made was working for a 26-year-old white woman that knows nothing about your own struggles or plight. That's the most money you've ever made? Buddy, you're not even in the camp to be able to talk about other brothers I've seen out here. You're not even in the same league as me. And we ain't even on that bragging shit. But you sitting here pivoting to, oh no, all y'all just hating. Any of y'all trying to make it seem about the money. Y'all just jealous of where I'm at right now. Nigga, you're making it about the money. And I find it interesting when you're saying that the people are they're desperately trying to paint it like we don't want to stick up for ourselves because Pearl is paying us. And in the same breath, they're saying, well, you guys are just jealous because Pearl, we're making so much money off the money that she's paying us that you guys wish you were in our position. What? Do you hear yourself, bruh? What are you trying to say? Right? Like, ain't nobody jealous of your position, bruh? Like, you're a YouTube podcaster. It's gonna come and one day it's gonna go. It's not a permanent job. I don't see YouTube handing out 401ks or retirement plans. Nigga, you ain't getting the pension. So what you talking about? You could be gone tomorrow like that. So you trying to flex in front of everybody else acting like their grievance isn't legitimate because Pearl is paying you now and you big now. But let me take a look at your channel. Hold up. Hold the fucking front door. You got 70,000
What's going on,
subs.
people?
Okay, let's see your video views. All right. You got 2,000 videos upload. Nigga. What is this? What is this, bruh? What is this? It took 2 days to get 600 views. You think you gonna eat off of this? You flexing off of this, my boy? Is this, nigga, all you're proving is you need that white woman more than she needs you. So when people have the grievance telling you that, hey, your criticism is kind of timid because she's paying you right now and she's probably the only reason why you're successful, I'm looking at your channel, bro. And I'm seeing without Pearl, you can't make it. So why should we trust your opinion if Pearl's a racist or not, bruh? I'm looking at your views right now, bro. You have way more subs than even my channel. And my average views are more than this. So what that tells me is a bunch of people that came from Pearl came to subscribe to you, but they're not really rocking with you. Because the moment she drops your dumb ass, guess what? You don't even have the personality to have a channel to make it on its own. That's what your views are telling me, bruh. So when other content creators are telling you that, hey, bruh, we think that you're only being nice to Pearl because she's really helping you and feeding y'all, we're not trying to make it about that, because it is about that. And the evidence shows. You got 70,000 subscribers. You can barely get 600 views in 2 days. And you're going to sit there and tell us that it isn't about the money. It isn't about the platform, while making it about the money and the platform. And you see why we don't trust you, brothers.
My viewpoint on it, he said he actually said he.
To the people who have followed me and will continue to follow me into the future, I have to take personal accountability for my working relationship with Pearl. And trust me when I say I take full ownership and full accountability. I had absolutely no idea of the comments that were made in the Nick Fuentes interview. And had I known this prior to, I would not have gone to London. I did not know about this until I came back. And then I went and did a live stream. And then my supporters let me know. For everyone else out there who's ever supported the platform. And
my question is, I just wonder if MTR watched the whole video. Because a lot of times, as a content creator, and I'm sure he's probably experienced this himself. You know, people out there, they will cut clips of long videos, like a video that could be like 3 hours long, and then they will cut like 30 seconds and make it like that was the whole 3 hours. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, press 1 if you know what I'm talking about. They will cut certain segments out of context and try to make somebody or make the YouTuber look as horrible and as terrible as possible just on 30 seconds out of a 3 hour video.
Time out. Yeah, and listen, MTR, his channel compared to your shit is on a different stratosphere, okay? So stop acting like y'all are on the same playing field, my boy. Nigga, you ain't even, nigga, we a tiny ass channel and your view count ain't even on the same page as us, bro. And that's nothing to flex about, my dude. So you trying to compare yourself to MTR, that's already an L. Second of all, my dude, let's just stop. You're trying to make it seem like it was a cut up video of what Nick Fuentes was saying that was out of context. Like, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Because MTR has a point here, bro. I saw the live stream. A lot of people, he was like a deer in the headlights, because he had and MTR, to be fair, he had an L take initially. He had an L take initially because he was like, oh, did you guys invite me over to watch this? I don't think Pearl's racist. And then later on, his tune changed. We don't know what happened, but his tune changed, okay? So even MTR wasn't 100%. But he was right. He got that short notice, and it was just like, all right, well, I think this is horrible because I'm seeing that a young woman was just completely inexperienced here. So y'all are not on the same level. Like, you acting like, well, hey, MTR, I'm sure you know people cut up videos, right? You're a content creator yourself. I'm sure you know this. Just how arrogant he comes off. Y'all see that? Y'all see the arrogance? Even though, hold up. Let me play that back. Just how he said it, right? Hold up.
Like, press 1 if you know what I'm talking about.
That I wanted to be able
watch this. Watch how he says
to speak about. And again, to my community, to my audience, to the people who have followed me and will continue to follow me into the future, I have to take personal accountability for my working relationship with Pearl. And trust me when I say I take full
MTR.
ownership and full accountability. Yep. I had absolutely no idea of the comments that were made in the Nick Fuentes interview. And had I known this prior to, I would not have gone to London. I did not know about this until I came back. And then I went and did a live stream. And then my supporters let me know. For everyone else out there who's ever supported the platform. And
my question is, I just wonder if MTR watched the whole video. Because a lot of times, as a content creator, and I'm sure he's probably experienced this himself. You know,
what does that mean? Of course he experiences that. As a content creator, and I'm sure he probably experiences that. Nigga, he's leagues ahead of you. He's leagues ahead of you. Of course, he experienced everything in the book. So why are you trying to explain him taking accountability? Let him take accountability. And I'm glad he is. He said he's no longer working with Pearl moving forward, and he's taking full accountability for what happened. Again, he's letting us know that he wasn't even aware of what went down, and he's letting us know the circumstances of how he was alerted of what went down, and he's taking accountability. So why are you trying to explain that away? This is the hypocrisy we're talking about with all of y'all niggas that are coming out here caping for Pearl. Y'all are trying to explain away her taking accountability and you making her take accountability, because that's what the red pill is all about. Again, this exposes us on two fronts. It exposes the people who platform Pearl because Pearl refuses to take accountability for her decisions and actions. It also exposes the red pill because the red pill proves that it is incapable of holding women accountable, especially the women that are grifting for their team. That's what it's telling us. So how do you expect young men, when they listen to your message about modern women, or a woman who's listening to you talk about black women in a relationship with black men and how black women need to be held accountable for the things that they do, lead attorney, you're the one that talks about that the most, yet you can't hold this white woman accountable. Y'all just riding off the backs of black folks. Admit it. And what's so crazy is lead attorney got half his own audience who are also black supporting this nonsense. Y'all are going directly against O'Shea. Y'all going directly against MTR. And now that same white bitch wants a war with them. So you gonna side with a white woman that laughed about slavery over a brother that's been putting in work in the black manosphere space for a minute? Shows where you guys really all about. Y'all know that Pearl is the last hope for a lot of these dudes to get on. Kevin Samuels died, they thought the ladder was dropped. But Pearl's the only other one with 1 million+ subs that can reach down and pull one of these brothers up. That's why the only thing they talk about that's positive is that she gave them all jobs. Lead attorney comes about here talking about, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I can't talk about her because she helped me out a lot. Yeah, O'Shea, I know you helped me out too, but Pearl gave me a helping hand. I don't think she's racist because she helps a lot of black folks. I've never really been helped by black folks like, Pearl helped me, Obsidian, the same thing. Yeah, she gave us all jobs. Where y'all niggas at? Why don't y'all niggas give us jobs, huh? Y'all want to complain about this purty white woman. A beautiful, purty white woman. And y'all niggas can't even get a job, yet let's provide other niggas jobs. That's what y'all are doing. Y'all are cooning right now. Talking about she gave us jobs. That way, we're loyal. I can't believe this. I can't chat. And I'm Nigerian. I shouldn't give a fuck about this, right? The only reason why I care about this, chat, because my ancestors, let's get it straight, we were never slaves. That's why when it gets into the slavery topic, I can only talk about the historical context, but I'm not going to talk about American context of like slavery. The only context I can speak of is prejudice that I've went through personally, and I understand how black folks are treated here because I'm a Nigerian. I look black because I am a black person, and I understand how black people are treated. Even after slavery, we're still profiled. I didn't tell you how many times before I even bought the car that I'm driving right now, because my shit nice. But like before I got the car I'm driving, bro, I used to be driving a beat up Honda. Boy got his hat backwards. He's got the coat and everything. He's driving. All of a sudden, suspicious. I get pulled over. So we get profiled. It's a thing that happens. And I get pissed off when I get profiled. It pisses me off. The only difference between me and American blacks is I don't have the generational anger. And I don't even want to imagine what that is like. That's the difference. That's why we can talk about certain things, but when it gets deep, we have to understand and listen.
People out there, they will cut clips of long videos, like a video that could be like 3 hours long, and then they will cut like 30 seconds and make it like that was the whole 3 hours. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, press 1 if you know what I'm talking about. They'll cut certain segments exactly what you're talking out of context and try to make somebody or make the YouTuber look as horrible and as terrible as possible just from 30 seconds out of a 3 hour video. So like my question, I'll just like to know, like, did MTR watch the whole video? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
My only question after that take I listened from MTR is, bruh, did you watch the whole video? Because clearly you didn't watch the whole video. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure MTR is staking his own relationship with someone like Pearl over a video he didn't thoroughly watch. You won't act like we didn't see him live. Because if you want to talk about live stream, yeah, he didn't fully watch the full video, but after he went back and watched the full thing, he came back with a different opinion. Because I saw that first live stream he did, he was like, oh, well, I don't think she's racist or whatever it is. But then he went back, saw the context of it, saw what that meant to the people who were following her, and came out and said this. Because the people who are following her are also from his audience too. So he owes them. He has a responsibility to them. So you coming out here, compare tomatoes to apples, you're not making any sense. He has a right to come out here and say what he has to say. He owes it to his audience. Same thing here. I have a platform, half Nigerians, half African Americans. And I'm not going to sit here and act like black people didn't help build this platform too. I can tell you how many comments I get on Instagram talking about, hey, dude, I love to support another Nigerian brother from another continent. I get black support here. But all I hear on y'all platform is how the white man helped you. Meanwhile, y'all forgot that the black people were holding you up. I didn't forget that. I know where I'm at, so that's the only reason why my take is where it is, because I understand who's helping me. Doesn't mean I'm betraying Nigerians. No. Doesn't mean I'm betraying black people. No. I just understand who's for me and who's not. Majority of the people who are supporting my platform, majority of people supporting Lee Attorney, majority of people supporting Kevin Samuels, majority of people supporting MTR, they're all black folks. These are the guys that hit you up on the Cashapp. These are the guys that hit you up on the super chats. And this is how you show them?
Send super chats. And for everyone who has been affected by this situation, like I said, I take.
But again, that's not to, I guess, cape or, oh, I'm coming to, say that Pearl was right about saying embellishment. I'm absolutely, listen, again, I'm not with Camp Nick Fuentes. I think that he's a white supremacist. That's my viewpoint on it. He said he actually said he's a racist.
You think he's a white supremacist, and that's your view on it. I'm so glad you said that. So what did you have to say when 3 weeks ago, Nick Fuentes also showed up on your platform? Y'all see this, right? This was 3 weeks ago before the initial controversy blowed out. You knew he was a racist. You knew he was a white supremacist. You knew what this joker was all about. Yet you said nothing while he was inviting him prior to this controversy even breaking out. Meaning, if Jason Black, a big enough platform, didn't bust this case wide open, nobody would have said anything. And we would have had Nigerian brothers and other black folks okay with this white woman who's supposed to be the leader of the black manosphere space platforming white supremacists and someone who claims that they are racist. Make it make sense to me. You have all this smoke now, but you had nothing to say 3 weeks ago when she brought this dude on. Make it make sense. Because to me, Brother King Riches, what it seems to me is this is a cop-out. You're trying to criticize MTR for taking accountability while easily dismissing not only accountability for yourself, but for your master Pearl. You're not fooling me, bruh. I know exactly what's going on. And this is sick. And this is no different than the grievance that I have with other brothers who are Nigerians that support Lord Marquard's platform. Y'all are the same boat as this dude. Right here.
Racist himself, so I'm going to agree with what he said. He must be a racist because he even said it himself. I didn't know the guy from before. I don't know anything about him, and I don't want to know anything about him, to be honest. And there's no content with me and him on my channel. Do you get what I'm saying? I think everything else, Pearl said was, very minor. The only thing that she said that kind of rubbed me the wrong way was the whole embellishment comment. But again, I spoke to her directly, personally, and told her how I felt about it, and I told her how black people was gonna see that, and I told her that she's got to address it, which she's done, So, I don't know, man. There's ways to go about things, innit? But anyway.
Full accountability.
You know what's funny? Again, we're looking at a guy who, even while Nick Fuentes was on the platform when the controversy broke out, He didn't say anything. He waited till the show was over to say something, if we believe what he's saying right now. The only person we can visually say that stuck up for this man was his girlfriend, who wasn't even black. She was Italian, white Italian, who felt so offended about what this racist was saying, even more than you, a Nigerian who shares the same skin color, and a white person who built their platform off of black folks. An Italian woman was more offended than both y'all dudes. That's crazy. So you sitting up here telling this to us, you capping, dog. You only capping because you only saying this because you got caught. That's what it is. And everybody flaming y'all right now because y'all looking crazy. Y'all are looking crazy, bruh. And you doing everything else but to admit that you need Pearl more than MTR needs her. That's why he can drop her. That's why he can criticize her. That's why he can come out and stand 10 toes down, and you are sitting here on the couch she paid for, sucking her toes. Omni Design Studios, shout out to you for the $20 super chat. He says, you can't bite the hand that feeds you. This is sad. King is not a king. He's a peasant. Yep. He's a peasant pretending he's a king. He's running around thinking he's a king, but they're all treating him like a peasant. He doesn't even realize that yet. Yeah, you're doing the good work, boy. You're doing exactly what Miss Pearl wants you to do. Yeah, she don't even have to be here to talk for herself. No accountability for her. You're removing accountability for her because she should be sitting here talking about MTR right now. MTR called her out. She should be sitting in your spot saying what she needs to say about what she meant to say. But you over here talking about her. Well, let me just make excuses for my queen because she pays me. Or no, she doesn't. It's not because she pays me, right? I'm doing this because I'm a real man. I'm a king, bruh. How you name yourself King Riches and the most amount of money you made was her paying you? You nigga, you were king broke before this, bro.
For those of you guys that have followed my platform for a long time, do understand that I've selected, at least I thought I've selected with a fine-tooth comb who I have chosen to work with. If you guys already...
But bro, the thing is, everybody says things wrong. Everybody makes mistakes, bro. Like... At the end of the day, again, I'm not, caping. I'm not simping. Yeah, I'm not trying to, cover up people's mistakes or try to make out something it's not. No, I think.
Then why isn't Pearl speaking right now when you're speaking for her? If you weren't trying to do all that, why isn't she doing this right now? Why are you speaking for her? She didn't do the exact same thing when she was on Lead Attorney. She didn't speak for herself when she was on Obsidian. Matter of fact, every single black platform that she was on, she didn't speak for herself. All y'all niggas were speaking for her. So I actually don't really know what Pearl thinks about this whole situation. None of us actually knows what Pearl thinks about this whole situation because y'all niggas are too busy caping for her. Hell, Obsidian wouldn't even let her get a word in to answer a simple question from a Yende. What are you telling us, bro? Get out of here, dog. If you meant what you just said, she would be sitting in your spot right now. Instead of that little 5-8 minute apology video where she was like, well, I can do better. I didn't really know what I did wrong, but I could do better. It was all my fault.
That she did mess up by bringing Nick Fuentes, and I do think she messed up by saying slavery was embellished. She may agree.
Again, she brought Nick Fuentes on multiple times before this incident, and he said nothing.
Or disagree. But at the end of the day, everybody F's up sometimes. No,
she did it multiple times. You still said nothing.
Nobody is 10-10 perfect all of the time. So for now, especially when you know this, Pearl, now you're like, I disavow and excommunicado and all of this, and I thought I knew who this person. But it's kind of weird, and especially for the fact that you've had conversations with this person off, behind the camera as well. It's kind of like, I don't know.
Oh, it hasn't been a lot of people, okay? I've also have a no beef policy on my platform because I think it does us no good to continue to promote fights and spats. I'm all about delivering value at the end of the day. But as a man in this space, I got to take full ownership and full accountability. And along with my accountability, this is now my definitive stance. I can no longer support or associate myself with the Just Pearly Things platform. And for those who still wish to continue to support voices of women that are down into the space who agree with the particular message that we put up on Jump Street. I want you guys to go check out and follow the following.
Nah, man, I'm not trying to hear. Now he wants to start talking about other female, like, bruh, I'm not really interested about other one. I can take it off the screen, man. Let me just say my bit, bro. Like, end of the day, as I was saying, like, I just think this, yes, Pearl said some things that I don't agree with, that rubbed me up the wrong way, just as I'm sure it rubbed a lot of other black people up the wrong way. And in my personal opinion, I did check her, pull her up on it and check her on those things. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, I know
I don't believe you, bruh. Your girlfriend did it. The only person we saw was your girl. That she stuck up for you. You were spineless. As in one Nigerian to another, you were spineless and you let a white woman stick up for you. That's what happened. You did. You can say you did it behind the scenes. I don't care. And for you to say that because you don't value, because you don't see it the same way, or you even though you said your piece to her and whatnot, that MTR and guys like O'Shea or guys who are even fans that took offense to what Pearl was doing. If you're sitting there telling me that they don't have a right to be angry, that's wild to me, dog. Because they all have a right to be angry. And Rogue, I see your point here, bro. I'm not saying that every black person has generational anger, but what I'm telling you is that we're not gonna sit here and deny that prejudice doesn't exist and stereotypes don't exist. Matter of fact, the whole reason why we're here is because these guys were laughing about stereotypes to a racist online. So it's not saying that, every black person has generational anger. That's not what I'm getting at. All right. There's certain people that feel it stronger than other people. That's a given. You can't deny that. What I'm telling you is these guys cannot sit there and dismiss how these guys are feeling about what Pearl did. Especially if they're trying to turn the argument into saying that we're calling Pearl a racist. No one is calling Pearl a racist. That's what this clown over here is trying to make it seem like. That's what lead attorney is trying to make it seem like. That's what Anton Daniels is trying to make it seem like. That's what his Obsidian is trying to make it seem like. We don't see Pearl as a racist. Anyone who's sitting there saying that Pearl's a racist, that's an ignorant argument. What we're saying is, where is the accountability? Up until now, I've seen everybody speak for Pearl but Pearl. And when Pearl had the chance to speak on Obsidian stream, I didn't even know what she was trying to say. And half the time, she wasn't even paying attention. We saw the stream the other day. Oh boy was sitting there gassing her up, and she wasn't even listening to him. So did she learn anything? Even though she can come out here and say, I'm sorry, I didn't really mean it. We saw on the stream she did with Obsidian, and she wasn't even listening to half of the brothers that were gassing her up. Because she didn't really care about it at the end of the day. It was just another thing for her. If you don't believe me, go back and watch that stream. There were parts where dude was asking her a question. She was like, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What was it? Even though she sat there nodding and doing all that, she wasn't paying attention to y'all. So that apology for me don't mean dick. I want y'all to hold her accountable. So to sit here and look at us and say we're wrong for feeling the way we feel, because we're just trying to get you guys to hold her accountable, that's a problem. And it says more about y'all than it says about the guys who are telling you to hold her accountable. Because they're sitting there and they've listened to y'all talk about modern women need to be held accountable this. Modern women need to be held accountable that. And here comes a modern woman who needs to be held accountable, and you guys are quiet. And then when we said, hey, okay, the reason why you guys might be quiet, maybe it's because Pearl's paying you guys. And you get mad at us for saying that. But then you guys go online and prove the same thing. Lead attorney goes up there and says, well, yeah, she's paying us and she's done more for me than most white people have. All right, she's helped me out as a 26-year-old single woman. All right, she's taught me more than a 20-year divorce attorney who's seen multiple different relationships, as he claims. So what the hell the unmarried 26-year-old had to teach you? But yeah, you sit here talking about she gave you all these jobs. She gave you all these opportunities. Oh boy over here, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Pearl. Pearl is the most money I ever made. Obsidian, Pearl plays black people. What y'all niggas doing? Huh? What y'all niggas doing? Y'all getting mad at Pearl, but she working. She paying y'all. She hiring black folks. Where y'all at? So because a white woman gives you a job, that means you can't be critical. You see how y'all subconsciously perpetuate your own stereotypes and you don't even realize it. Y'all are subconsciously running around here thinking it's just because a white woman is paying y'all, it's all okay. She's not, there's no racism or anything attached to it. But yet, she's the one that brought up Africans. Nick Fuentes, at the end of the day, in that statement, didn't bring up Africans or black folks. She did. She made that comparison. So if that doesn't tell you the prejudice exists in her mind already, I don't know what else to tell you. And Rogue Hero, not all of that was directed at you. I was just going in. Y'all know how I do. I be going in when your boy feeling it. He feeling it. You see what I'm saying? I just think that there's a lot of things that these guys are missing here, and I think, listen, I fuck with Lead Attorney, okay? I'm criticizing Lead Attorney because that's what my channel does, okay? I wouldn't be my channel if I wasn't fair, all right? If I didn't criticize O'Shea, if I didn't criticize Lead Attorney, if I didn't criticize Jason Black, all right, what the hell am I? I'm just over here picking and choosing sides. But on this situation, you can't pick and choose sides because it's obvious. Everything is obvious. There is no sides. Anyone that's like purposely choosing to roll with Pearl, they're letting you know where they stand. There's no sides. So that's why y'all are coming at us saying, oh no, y'all looking crazy. No, because she has yet to take accountability and y'all are still siding with her. Listen, no one is saying you can't do content with her. We don't need to control what you can and can't do on your platform. Do whatever the fuck you want. The fact of the matter is, it looks bad if you continue to do content with her, if you guys wouldn't even allow her to take accountability first. That's it. She already said she's sorry. We don't need anything else from her. Most people don't even accept that. But it's fine. We already know she said she's sorry. But the fact of the matter is, you guys wouldn't allow her to take accountability. So you guys are conflating that we're pissed off at the wrong things. No, we're not. We're only mad about the things that make us look like hypocrites. Meaning, we clown black women all day. As a matter of fact, we clown modern women all day about not taking accountability. But here's one that's paying y'all, and we can't hold her accountable. Make it make sense, dog. No, seriously. Because I can't willingly sit here and say, no, I rock with Pearl. Yeah, no matter what. Because it doesn't make any sense to. Because I see my own people who's supposed to be holding people accountable. They're not even holding her accountable. And she's been doing this for weeks. This wasn't the first time she platformed Nick Fuentes. Omni, thank you for the $5 super chat. He says, thank you for putting the work in to expose the truth. She didn't even have to say anything during that 5-hour debacle. Breaking live stream from Steven. Yeah, no, that's fact. She didn't say anything. I just watched her sit there, and she didn't say anything. She didn't even listen, and these men just sat there and was just sucking her toes. They were all just sucking her toes. It made no sense. Oh, boy, what was his name? The Clue Dude. The Clue Dude came up there and said, hey, Pearl, you don't have to apologize to these Negroes. Why do you have to apologize to him, Pearl? You're so pretty and white. You got Obsidian coming over here talking about, hey, Pearl, all right, you are so virginal. You such my virginal queen. You my Irish mutt. You know, you're so nice. Your hair's so red. Okay, I'm an eligible bachelor. Obsidian was treating that shit like a dating show. He was trying to shoot a shot the whole time at Pearl, which was weird. And these are the niggas that were supposed to be holding her accountable. He sat there and bragged about how he has his number, but no one else does, right? That was some kind of weird flex. And then on top of that, he's sitting there talking about, hey, Pearl, I'm an eligible bachelor, and you are a virginal woman. Let's say you and I do the right thing, huh? Come on, huh? What are we thinking about? That live stream was a shit show. Obsidian didn't hold her accountable. He deflected, and he screamed at a black woman, too. You know, if you watch the full stream, he was sitting there. Oh yeah, you had all the smoke for your own woman, a woman that looks just like you. But here's a woman sitting on stage, not even listening to the grievances that the panel brought up. She wouldn't have been paying attention to him because this was just another circuit for her. This is an apology tour. She knew it, so she didn't have to listen to y'all. She had to say, oh, I just have to show my face. So then when I go on the next platform, I could tell them I was already on an Obsidian show, and I cleared everything up, and they were black, and they were okay with it. That's what she's doing right now. She's platform hopping and saying, hey, my black friend Obsidian and my black friend Lead Attorney, okay, they were okay with this. Okay, they were okay with this. I apologized on their stream, and they accepted my apology. So the rest of you Negroes got to accept my apology too. I don't see what the problem is. So now I have to go on the offensive because I feel like a victim. She feels like a victim now. That's what these dudes are doing. I just find it interesting.
Her personally, as again, if she was a racist I wouldn't work with her. Do you get what I'm saying? I would not work with her. And that's where it stands. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And I think a lot of these people who are, you know, saying all these reaction videos, or they got all this stuff to say about Pearl, even they deep down, they know she's not racist, bro.
We know she's not racist, stupid. That's not the argument. And it's disingenuous for you guys to make it the argument, because y'all making us look crazy. Chat, you know what? That's what they're doing, right? They're trying to dismiss a legitimate plight. They're making us look crazy because none of us thinks she's racist here. I don't think she's racist for the 3rd time. No one in the chat thinks she's racist for the 15th time. We know she's not racist. It's accountability, my boy. You guys are not holding her accountable. Accountability. That's all we care about. We don't care about the races and shit, because that right there is a distraction. Y'all are trying to distract us, make us look crazy. We don't think she's racist. Stop distracting us. Our eyes were on y'all because she already apologized, so we don't care. Most of us think her apology wasn't genuine, so we offer that. We on y'all niggas now. We on the reason why you guys are not holding her accountable. You're not letting her speak for herself. We want to know, why is it that you guys are going to preach that shit in the Manosphere about modern women? And by modern women, we know it's code for black women. And yet here's another modern woman here who was wrong, but you guys will refuse to have her take accountability. So we know she's not racist. And you know what she did? Obsidian, in your license, she proved that she wasn't even serious about the sorry. She wasn't even serious about taking accountability, because she wasn't even listening to the brothers on the stream. And you can play that back. She wasn't paying attention because it was nothing to her. So this is what would really make her listen and take her seriously is she really faced the threat of losing what she built. That's what's gonna get her to wake up. That's what's gonna get her, instead of you sucking on her toes, she gonna be sucking on your toes. Like, what can I do to make this right? Because guess what? That's what the Jews would do if we're just being real. They will cancel your ass. They will blackball you from any industry. They will make sure your financial situation is in the dirt until you come online groveling and begging for them to give you back what they took from you. And even when you're doing all that, they'll still look in your face and say no. Because letting you get back what you lost would basically set the example that you can just come out here and say anything about Jewish people and think they can't do nothing about it. Look what happened to Kanye. Look what happened to all these other dudes. Even your boy Nick Fuentes, he got excommunicado off of every major platform. They even went after Nick Fuentes' bank account. That's how serious these people are. They went after his bank. We can't even do that. We control trillions of dollars in this economy. We can't even do that. We got all the power in the world and we can't even do that. That's why Pearl wouldn't dream of saying what she said, because they'll hold her accountable and she'll know what accountability really means. But yet in the black community, that cannot be the case, because we got brothers fighting against our own people. And this is Pan-African brothers. This is what we talk about when we mean accountability. This is why they respect certain groups in this country over black folks, because we do this kumbaya shit. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Amber Geiger situation. Y'all remember Amber Geiger? She came in the house and shot this African brother. I don't know if he was Nigerian or not. I hope he wasn't Nigerian, but if he was Nigerian, it's sad. She came into the wrong apartment, shot the dude, and you know what these Nigerians or these Africans said? Oh no, let's just hug it out and sing kumbaya. It's okay, let's forgive. If that was the other way around, a Nigerian brother or African brother walked in the wrong house, shot a white woman in her own home, do you think her family is gonna be hugging and singing kumbaya? Or do you think they're gonna be cursing you and hoping you get the maximum sentence possible? You never see the light of day. They ain't gonna hug you. They ain't gonna sing kumbaya to you. But yeah, we're the only ones that are just like, hey, that's it. It was okay. It's okay. Don't worry. You can hurt us as much as you can, and we can just sit here and take it. We're like your whipping dogs. That's what it is. You can beat us as much as you can, but we keep on crawling back because you're paying us. That's what these guys are saying. As long as she's paying them, she's cool. That's sad. That's a problem. And Mr. DG456, appreciate the shout out earlier. Glad to see you're not pulling any punches. Pro was 5 steps ahead of all of them. Black Manosphere was the short range target for her. Absolutely. Matter of fact, honestly, if it wasn't for you sending me that video, I would have never known that this was the first time like Nick Fuentes was on that platform way before the controversy broke out. Guys, it's because of Mr. DG. Y'all put a one. Matter of fact, let me see a fire emoji for Mr. DG456 right now, because he's the only reason why I'm bringing this to you. Let me see a fire emoji in the chat right now for Mr. DG456, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have seen this video. I wouldn't have known that this dude was already had the plot in play. She already had the transition to these conservative talk already set up. She was inviting this dude on way before this controversy broke out, and then we wouldn't have known. So you deserve all the shout out in the world, bro. Because as much as these content creators like Lead Attorney and all these guys, they want to dismiss what y'all have to say. First Gen Corp, he has to dismiss what you had to say. But y'all, at the end of the day, you guys are the ones that are vigilant. Y'all are the ones that watch these. Lead Attorney isn't going around he'll be on different panels and whatnot, but he's not watching some of these content creators like the audience are. So the audience know what's going on. You saw this, bro. I'm all over the place and I didn't see it. I thought that controversy when Nick Fuentes was there, I thought that was the first time he was ever on the platform. That's why I had a problem with it. I didn't know she was already sneaking this dude on there. And she lied on Obsidian's platform. You know what this means? This video right here means she lied. It's proof, because she went on Obsidian's platform and she said, no, it was a spur of the moment thing. I was just curious. If Obsidian was so smart and he claims he does his research, he would have found this video and pushed back and hold her accountable and say, hey, Pearl, well, now hold on now, girl. You know, I love you. I love you, Pearl, okay? And I'm going to have to suck your toes later because you're a virginal woman. But let's just be real here, Pearl. You did have Nick Fuentes on 3 weeks ago. Can you explain that? Was that a spur of the moment thing? Were you just being curious? Or is this more of a planned out thing like the audiences are saying? So what this confirms to me is back then when I used to sit there and say that I think Pro might be dumb. I think she is clueless on certain situations, but when it comes to tactics and getting her way to the top, I think she's very brilliant on that. I think she played a lot of these dudes for suckers. And some of these dudes right now, like a lot of these dudes that are hopping on her ship right now, she is what basically Kevin Samuels was supposed to do. They're hoping Pro can do for them what they expected Kevin Samuels to do, but couldn't complete. Pro is the only one in this space talking Manosphere, rah, 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 that's in 1 million+ subs that everybody, even outside the Manosphere, Black Manosphere, know now. She's transcended the Black Manosphere. So if she were to walk out right now and say, hey, you Negroes, thank you for helping me out, but I don't need y'all no more, she can survive. And I don't think her platform's going anywhere. But it exposes how much we allow ourselves to be used and abused by other people. That's why I always laugh at the people who have smoke for O'Shea or have smoke for MTR right now, talking about, oh, well, O'Shea, he's not really pro-black. Lead Attorney, y'all think he's FBA. He over here talking about black issues with a white man who thinks that white people should sit more on the table about black conversations. Yet, we had a white woman sit at the table and she let a racist come on there and didn't challenge him. That's what happens, right? You would never see O'Shea do that, ever. Anton Daniels, same thing. Don't even get me started on Donnie Boy. Donnie Boy is just pathetic. Right here in this little audience. I didn't say anything racist. Pearl, well, I mean, of course, because you helped bring her to the space. It was your fault. She wrote off of you. She rode your clout, Donnie. Matter of fact, you're the reason why she's here, bruh. So I'm surprised that you're not saying nothing about her, but it is what it is. Eric Eggleston, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. He says, I wouldn't be surprised if Pearl isn't the one with all of those Kevin Samuels clip pages getting hundreds of thousands of views in a couple hours. No, that's exactly what they're doing. They're all coming up with these little pages, and they're throwing it on there because a lot of people like that. You know, you put the little Sigma Male music behind it, and you put the little transcript on it, you know, and you have them say certain things, right? And it seems like, oh, these guys are totally owning these chicks, or these guys are totally owning a lot of these dumb people, right? But all it is it's just marketing. to get all these TikTok kids to, cause that's what it is. These kids come from TikTok, they come to YouTube Shorts, and then they stick around for the rest of the platforms. That's the funnel, okay? And then now you see Pearl making her way towards Rumble and Kick and all these other alternate platform, and you heard her when she was on there with Sneeko. Matter of fact, tomorrow's episode, we're gonna play the breakdown on how Pearl, Sneeko, Myron Gaines, Fresh Prince CEO, how all of the and Andrew Tate, but Andrew Tate's a minor character right now, how these guys are creating a funnel, because this is a brilliant dude that did an excellent video breaking this shit down, and we gonna react to it because it shows you the funnel, how Fresh and Fit is how they start. Fresh and Fit, Pearly Things, their style of podcasting, where they have the scantily clad women who aren't really versed on feminist issues, right? And they're coming in from a narcissistic, self-centered perspective most of the time, right? They get these type of women on there. They get them to expose their chest, to expose, them in a sexual manner, right? To get the, imagery, right? And then they just badger them with questions that they don't even know anything about. And then they come away thinking like they got to win because that's what the audience, that's what they want them to see. Right? They want to see you owning these women to give off the perception that there's this epidemic of modern women out there that are screwing over men. Don't get me wrong. It's a thing that happens, but don't confuse Miami girls with girls in your neighborhood or girls in somebody else's neighborhood. And that's what we're trying to get at. There's no reality in what these guys are saying. Let's play a little bit more of this dude here, King Riches. And then who's this? Oh no, that's the attorney. And then we can go from there.
Trying to get views. A lot of people are jealous. A lot of people, they haven't got nothing better to do. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's it. But do you know what? I want everyone to be able to, I want to give everyone an opportunity to say their piece. We're going to open the phone lines and we're going to let people be able to speak to me. How are they doing it? Zoom. So there's going to be a Zoom link. Is it in the chat? So there's a Zoom link in the chat right now.
I don't want to listen to your little fanfare on your channel, guys. Well, that's what we got right now, guys. This story is still developing. There's still more shit going on. Realistically, this is not gonna die, nor is it gonna go away. There's still a lot of people who are.
It says when you
is my boy still live? Lead attorney's still live right now. All right, so he's still live, bruh. Like. This is a crazy lead attorney stream is crazy right now, bro. This stream is crazy right now. Yo, I'm gonna pull up his stream real quick. Chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to pull up his stream real quick. Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to put up lead attorney stream right now. Y'all let me know, chat. I'll give another 15 minutes. I got another 15 minutes like a budget. If y'all want me to do it, I'll pull it up. Oh, Mr. Digi556, thank you so much. He says, be sure to check out the Tate stuff I sent you. Oh, I'm going to be all over that. Don't you worry about a thing. We going to cover it, dog. We covering it. Oh, shit. Look at the ones. All right, hey, I'm going to pull it up right now.
Find yourself on the side of the majority. It's time to reform for pause and it's time to reform.
Oh, shit.
Attorney, and I'm here to help you lawyer up, guys. All right, everybody have a good night.
Oh, never mind. I guess it's over. My bad, guys. I thought he was still going.
Brother,
let me see.
Does it look like I've mastered it? A racist person?
Which, by the way, I feel like she really disrespected you when she came up on your stream that time.
Okay. And
you were talking about your course, and she was basically like, all right, hey, if you don't want to get his course, like, don't get his course. I was like, Lee, come on, Lee. You can't let her come up in here and do that.
You started my shit.
Yes. Of course, Lee gonna let her do it because Lee paying him. She paying Lee right now. She gave lead attorney all these opportunities, so Lee just gonna let her say whatever. She's the boss. Y'all, if you didn't hear her, she's the new boss in town. She's the new godfather. Okay, she's running these fools now.
I'm like, come on, okay, but so yeah, obviously, like, she has black production people. It's people that's put on. King Riches. Hey, and a lot of people were giving flack to, hey, y'all should leave. Y'all should leave working for Pearl. She's racist. And again, I don't know if she's racist or not. I don't really necessarily believe she. It's just like people say Donald Trump's racist. I don't know if he's racist. I think he's not a good person. I think Donald Trump's not a good human. But I don't know if he's racist. I think he cares about whoever is expedient to his cause at the moment. And I feel Pearl is very much the same way. I don't know if she's racist. I think she is very much an opportunist that is, yo, if you're beneficial to me in this moment, I rock with you, race or not. But when people were going at her employees saying, hey, King Richards, you shouldn't be there anymore, you should leave. And he's like, yo, I leave. Y'all gonna put me on? Y'all got a place for me? Y'all gonna employ me? And I think we got to wear that if we haven't built something up where it was like, okay, well, we do have a platform. We can do that. So I understand the layers and the nuances to it. But in regards to, again, let me be more precise this time, Black relationships, because that's what her content is about, right? Her content is about that. And that's where I have a drive and a heart for is I really feel that with all of the ills that we face as a people, whether that's economically, whether that's political power, whether that's education. Hey, we need education agenda, political agenda, so on and so forth. The number one tool that we have toward all of that is the relationship between Black men and Black women, right? Yeah. Because a single mom is 600 times more likely to be in poverty than a married woman, right? 85% of the people in prison come from a fatherless home, right? We know all of the different ills that we have in our community. They could be mitigated, not absolved, right? Political power, like our families ain't even intact, right? So they can be mitigated by strengthening the relationship between Black men and Black women.
Listen, I can let you go on, but honestly, if you're looking at this 26-year-old white woman to strengthen the relationships between Black men and Black women,
but then why is she there? Then why is she here? Why does she have a platform with a bunch of brothers following her, a bunch of sisters following her? Why does she have Black women sitting in front of her as guests, sitting in her podcast while talking to them about the relationships about Black men and Black women? If you're going to sit here and just dismiss what he has to say about if you think that a 26-year-old white woman is going to solve some issues about Black men, you're wrong. Then why is she feeding off of us then? If she's not going to be part of the solution, why is she even here? Y'all are just letting people into your house that ain't got nothing to do with what your issues are, and you just let them run amok and walk away. So, lead attorney, what does this say? Why is she here if she's not supposed, a 26-year-old isn't supposed to save her? And if you're going to dismiss Pearl like that in that breath, then why is it you sitting here saying that Pearl taught you everything you didn't know about social media and everything you didn't know about this whole YouTube game, and you over here with all this experience? You caping for her right now, bro. Just be real. It's cool. We get it. But you're not being honest.
It's not, but my point is she's doing the opposite and profiting off the dysfunction. And I'm not mad at her at doing it. I'm saying to my brother Lee, like, yo, if you see that that's what she's doing, like, why would you like give her any type of space to further her platform? So first of all, let me tell you, and let me just keep answering your question. Okay. Let's say this lady has 1.5 million subs. Yeah. Okay. I think let's say 1.6. Do you understand that if she has 1.6 million subs, fuck the 1, the 0.6 is double my channel, right?
Y'all see where y'all see where the lead attorney's coming from, right? I'm glad we playing this. This is just letting us know exactly he's letting you know why he's sticking with Pearl. He's saying that 0.6, all right, that 0.6 that she got, that's nothing. That's nothing. I got nothing compared to that. Y'all niggas, y'all ain't nothing compared to that. That's what he's saying. Y'all understand that, right? He's saying that 0.6 alone, these niggas can't help me get there. Pearl can. Bro, the fact that you just brought all of that after what he just said to her clout, let's see where you're going with this.
He has 1.6 million subs. I want you to understand how big that 6 is. Some of y'all don't understand. The 6 that's behind the point is double the size of my channel. And you're talking about me giving her a platform to expand her shit. That's number one. It doesn't make any sense. If you think about the numbers, come on. All right.
Okay, where was she the first time she came on the lead attorney?
Because she did her circuit way before she got to that 0.6. That 0.6 was built off the backs of y'all.
But forget what she is now. Where was she first time she came on?
Come on, Lee.
I'm sure it wasn't the 1.6. I know it was before the 1. But either way, I guess what I'm saying.
Do you know it's before the 1? No. Do you know it's before the 1? You don't even know it's what
I knew where she was before the 1. Her platform was at 16,000 subscribers when we had her on the show, right? And I didn't even Allende brought her to the show. That's Allende's. She's Allende's dude right there. Because y'all remember back in the day when I used to talk to females on the show? Yeah, we brought her on a long time ago. Those through Allende, right? So me unknowingly knowing that. This is why y'all chat. Y'all remember when I stopped doing content with females, right? I stopped doing content. It's not like I'm against women or anything like that. I just feel as though that I have a stance where I'm against most, because I think most females that come into this space are chameleons, right? So I typically get a little apprehensive when a woman comes in and she starts speaking a lot of manosphere terms. You see what I'm saying? So I started to get a lot more women who were coming up there and they were saying the same red pill shit, and I didn't want my channel to be about that. But those of you guys who've been following us from day one, we used to speak to a lot of females here, and it would always be the same thing, and Pearl was one of them. So I already took accountability for my shit, unknowingly platforming her. We knew where she was before she hit 1 million. Lead. And unfortunately, we helped her get there. So when it's time for us to take accountability, we're trying to deflect. We're trying to obfuscate. We're trying to say, hey, what about that? What about this? What about what we did? Lead.
I'm up here making arguments and you don't even know it's before the 1.
Okay, you about the Ruslan. You about to get your. I know you're 20 years president.
You coming up here? Let's do it now.
Okay.
And apart from that, I have seen her. I have just seen her help out Black people tremendously when there was no benefit to it. You know, well, she got views. Listen, she could have got views anywhere. A racist person finds a way to get views in other places.
She could have gotten views anywhere, but she keeps crediting Kevin Samuels for where she is right now. So why didn't she go into the white community and start talking about the white issues? Why did she have to come here with Kevin Samuels' talking point if she could have gone anywhere? Matter of fact, she's in London right now. She could do that. London got white people too. She could do content, talk about white issues all day, and you still keep it Manosphere. But she went to London and recruited all the Black folks. You think that was just because she was being nice out of the goodness of her heart? She just wants to help out all the Black people there? Or do you think she had a show in mind that she wanted to run and she had a demographic that she wanted to capture? I know marketing, Lead, you know marketing, so why are we playing dumb? This is what your audience, the issues your audience have before you and guys, he put this live stream on subscriber mode. That's what he did. Because he knew people weren't fucking what he was doing right now. That's why they're asking these questions to you, Lead, and you being casually dismissive is just wrong.
You know, so I hear where you're
even regardless if she was a million yet or not.
It sounds like your point is go ahead.
If she's a million, 5 million, 10 million, half a billion. Either way, I guess what I'm saying is as a person of influence to our people, right? No matter where you're at, it's almost like an endorsement. It's like a seal of approval, a stamp of approval. Like Donald Trump, he has so many followers anyway already, regardless before somebody endorses him. If you don't really respect his politics, like regardless if he already got momentum or not, why would you give him kind of your seal of approval? So no matter where she was,
I don't know if we're keeping going around the same bush. I have seen her help Black men and Black women in a way that you could not.
Hey, listen, fuck your personal experience, nigga. What about the collective experience that we saw on that podcast with Nick Fuentes? Why are you dismissing the collective experience we all have in favor of your personal experience? I thought your personal anecdotal experience doesn't matter in the red pill space. You say that when it comes to Black women. You say that when it comes to holding accountability with women that reflect your skin color, Mr. Lead. But when it comes to Pearl, I've seen her personally help some of our folks, okay? She's helped a handful of Negroes. That's right. So she's not racist. We're not saying she's racist. So stop putting it in that context. We're not stupid. We're saying right now, Lead, you are not holding her accountable. That's what we're saying. None of you brothers are. That's what we're saying. We know she's not racist. So stop pivoting to that. Why are you not holding her accountable, Lead? Why did you have to go to subscriber mode, lead? And they were deleting comments too. I saw all of that shit. It was weird. That's why, like, y'all know, y'all saw the thumbnail before the show. And when I was watching Lee Attorney, because I thought his take was going to be based, I didn't know that shit was going to be biased as fuck. Right? And even now, he's still bringing up, oh, well, she pays us. Massa pays us. So she not racist. Massa pays us. Aside from that, what other argument do you have, bro? We want to know. Seriously.
In the way that you never offered, and even if you offered, you couldn't do it. And I've seen her do it.
So in regards to relationships, what do you think her impact is on the advancing productively the relationship between black men and black women?
My hope is that she has no impact on it.
Okay, so
that's dumb because she already has. So your hope is dashed, my boy. What are you talking about? Your hope is she has no impact on black and female relationship, but she's doing that right now with 1.8 million subs. Right now, and majority of those subscribers are black. I would say 40 to 60% of them are black. So she's actively influencing black relationships right now. If you go to one of her videos, I guarantee you find a comment of a black woman or a black man saying that Pearl helped them in some kind of way, whatever help that means to them. So don't sit there and be disingenuous. They're saying, I hope she doesn't affect black relationships, because she's doing that right now. That's why your audience is so angry, lead. That's why some of her audience is so angry, lead. That's why O'Shea Duke's audience is angry, lead. That's why all these other black Manosphere content creators who helped build her platform, they are all angry, lead.
So you think what she's doing is just pure entertainment fodder?
That's exactly what she said out of her mouth. That is pure entertainment.
Do you think it's received that way by the millions of viewers that are watching?
Is it received as entertainment?
I have no idea. I will tell you, as a content creator,
and you don't know, because some of them brothers, they take it seriously. They take what she says as gospel, and if they didn't, she wouldn't be as big as she was. And who is this brother? Good job, bro. Keep that pressure on this dude's neck. Keep the pressure on his neck. Yes. Because those black folks, they're taking it seriously. And you don't know the numbers to that, lead. None of us do. But one thing we can't deny, that she's having an influence right now. So for you to dismiss his first statement only to come around to the second statement, you're being disingenuous, lead.
We put our content out and it's received how it's received. I'm doing this live stream now. Some people are loving it. Some people are hating it. I don't control how people receive it. I just control what I put out.
Yeah, but I'm sure you
see, hey, my boy's deflecting right now. I don't know. You put it on her. It wasn't on me. I just do what I do. But yet you talking about the situation. So if you don't just leave her to do what she does, why even have this live stream? Oh, it's for the views, ain't it? Let's just be real. Let's be straight. It's for the views. Views are nice. Pearl's hot right now. Her name's nice, right? But you want to make sure that you get the views and still end up on the good side, wherever that is, after this whole debacle's over, right? Now your homegirl is about to go on a warpath with MTR. You're not going to have his back, lead? Really, bruh? You going against O'Shea too? Really, bruh? That's how it is. My boy O'Shea helped you out, dog. You even say it. You were at 3,000 subscribers. That's one of your come-up story, right? You were at 3,000 subscribers, and you couldn't have done it without O'Shea. All of a sudden, now it's like, yeah, O'Shea, yeah, I'm at 200K right now, and I'm trying to come up. Listen, bro, I know she said what she said about, slavery and what it is, okay? But I got a brand, okay? MTR, you have a brand, all right? Pearl has a brand. We all got a brand, okay? So I got to look out for mine. O'Shea had a brand when he put you up, lead. I'm going to just let that sink in. He took a brand risk on you when he put you up, bro. Every other platform you hopped onto, they took a brand risk on you too. And luckily, you were a success story. We're seeing the same thing with Pearl, and we're seeing how that's panning out. And this is what you have to say. So you mean when you one of them brothers that when you finally climb up there, you want to yank the ladder up. That's what you're saying, right? Very, 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 very interesting. I'm seeing how that mentality works now. I'm really seeing it. And realistically, I'm Nigerian. I shouldn't care. But like the fact that I see this going on, it's just weird to me, bro.
You have a speculation as to if it's a net positive.
Have you looked at this chat that you're on? There half the people don't like it. Have you looked at this?
That's why he went on subscriber only.
No,
Cause like, hey, y'all watch the attorney stream. Majority of the time, they're always agreeing with them. This was the one topic that literally majority of Lead's chat, except for the diehard ones, they weren't rocking with Lead on this one. That's why he's saying what he's saying right now, because he almost never says that about his own chat. Lead Attorney has one of the most stable platforms out there. Like you gotta admit that he has one of the stable, uniform platform out there. A lot of people come in, they fuck with a lot of things that he has to say, generally speaking. But this one, there's such a huge divide, and he's purposely ignoring the reason why. Because he's going against even guys that helped him come up here, and he even said that. He knows this is going against what O'Shea would think. Because O'Shea, he's saying, dude, I'm pro-black. I want to represent a united front. I don't fuck with all these other things that's pros doing. Platform and racist, I'm not trying to have that conversation. But you got him doing the exact opposite because he's worried about his brand versus the people who are helping him get to where he needs to be. This man is forgetting that his brand is also the people who are following him. That's what he's forgetting. And that's what a lot of brothers forget when they make it. That's the problem we have as black folks. We don't spread the wealth. We don't spread anything.
Like it or not, they hate it. I'm still doing it. I can't control. There's no way for me to snap my fingers and everybody likes my content. Turn on YouTube tonight and you're going to see 17 channels. Oh, you got an echo up in there, brother. Turn on your YouTube channel tonight. You're going to see damn 17 channels talking shit about me. Do I control their content? Do I control how they receive my content?
And it's not talking shit, Lead. It's constructive criticism that you need to hear, Lead, because you're the lead attorney, meaning you're the lead. You're supposed to be in the front lines. But right now, all I see is a brother leading from the back behind a white woman.
No, I say fuck them. I'm doing my shit over here. So now you're muted, pimp.
Yeah,
so no okay, problem. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, my computer was kind of freezing up and lighting up. So yeah, again, I'm not talking about from a like standpoint, right? Like you said, you can't control whether somebody likes your content, but you can have it. You can have a one even on if your content is good or not. You can't control it, but you can influence it, right? You teach on it in the course, like how to make it more engaging, how to be a better story.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Lee got a course too. What is this course about? Hey, I totally forgot my brother got a course too. Is this part of your brand? What's your course? What are you teaching, bro? What you teaching in your course?
Get the course, y'all, right? Like, so I think it's a little disingenuous to say to insinuate as if we have no control over the effect of our content, right?
So he calling you out, Lead. He's saying what you teach in your course is different from what you're telling them right now. How does that work?
One, even just on whether it's liked or not, is ways you can make like you've mastered it on the live stream, right?
Have you looked at this chat, brother? Does it look like I've mastered it?
Yeah, you mastered it because guess what? They in the chat still, right?
Damn. Wait a minute, there's something wrong. Wait, if you didn't master it, why'd you come out with a course? That don't make any fucking sense. I'm weird. That's weird, bro. You come out with a course, you ain't even mastered the shit that you coming out with. So who's the real expert here? Who are we supposed to be listening to? Who the fuck are them niggas listening to? Are they getting the right information? I got a lot of questions now. Anybody bought that course, seen any success? Because I got a lot of questions now, Brody. You sitting here talking about, well, listen, I'm not well versed in the course myself either. I mean, do you think I know everything in the course? I don't know everything in the course. Niggas just buy it. I don't care. Just join the Patreon. Damn, Lead. There is so much being exposed right now. It's not even funny.
Because I'm talking about a white woman. That's the thing. You're
come on, man. You know you get views. You know you got to go though. But even still, going back to when you entered into the space, you came in with there was a positive effect that you wanted to have.
Let me just break it down. Let me just get to the point here. Let me just get to the point.
Get to the point.
I came in on some education shit.
And now look at you. Look at you. You're down in the trenches like the rest of us, huh? Yeah, guess what? You found out pretty quickly that when you come on entertainment sites like YouTube, drama sells, and the education shit goes out the window. So when you motherfuckers come up here wearing these suits, wearing these ties, pretending in front of these young men that you better than now because you got a tie on, nigga, you doing the exact same thing as us. We in the trenches too, brother. I don't have to cap with a suit. I don't have to cap with a tie or a fancy fucking watch to go ahead and get these brothers to listen to me. I just have to talk about the message. So at least you agree. It don't matter if you're a professional. It don't matter if you have 20 years under your belt about divorces. Nigga, when you come on YouTube, you talk about drama just like us. Just like us. No different from Pearl with the little wife school, no different from what everything, any brain dead thing anyone else does in the manosphere. Admit it, nigga. We ain't helping brothers here. We just serving up entertainment. And unfortunately, black entertainment or black pain is being used for entertainment. And y'all niggas riding off of that stuff too. What are we talking about?
Came in on some help stuff. That is not the way most people come into YouTube, and it's not the best way. The best way to come in onto YouTube is on some entertainment stuff.
Boom!
The best way to come in is on
Boom! Yet he still protect. You know what's crazy, bruh? The best thing to do is to come to YouTube on some entertainment shit. But yet you still lord your 20-year divorce attorney credentials over everybody. You use that as a position of authority. So then what this got to say about you telling us how to live our life if you don't even know what the fuck you're doing over here? Entertainment purposes. Of course, we've been know that. Chat, I want you to notice, every single channel that clowned our channel for saying Duke the Don, all y'all do is focus on drama. Duke the Don, all y'all do is call people out. Duke the Don this, Duke the Don this. Nigga, because I was real. I let y'all know from the get-go, this is what YouTube's all about. But these dudes, you allow them to fool you because they come up here on YouTube wearing a tie, wearing a suit. Who wears a full two-piece suit just to sit down in the living room in this hot-ass box to talk for a few hours? You ain't going nowhere. Who's going to see you in that suit but niggas online? Why you got to flex for it? But they do that because it's the image. It's the optics. He's selling you illusion of authority right now. He's got a suit and a tie. He can lord his credentials over you. But at the end of the day, this nigga talks about entertainment just like us. You ain't different. So when all y'all sitting, that's why I'm telling you, 2023 year of vindication. Because everybody talking about, oh, Duke the Don, y'all hating on these channels. Nah, bro, because we been knew what YouTube was all about. We didn't have to tell y'all, oh, we're here to help you. We're here to save y'all, man. I'm like, no, a lot of these red pillars are clowns, and we're here to clown them for entertainment. That's what we're about to get-go, and we've always been about that. Starting with Fresh and Fit. Now we down to y'all niggas. Anybody can get this. But y'all clowned us when we were telling them they are fake. They are fake. It's all a gimmick. Who wears a suit just to sit down for hours to talk by themselves in a room? I'm sitting in a room right now. I see y'all online. But I'm by myself. Ain't nobody here. Imagine these niggas wearing full three-piece suits. And you want to tell me that's not for image? You want to tell me you ain't got courses to sell? Nigga, you ain't even versed in your courses. And you had the gall to come out here and cape for another woman. Bro, you got a lot of explaining to do, my nigga. We're not going to let you off the hook for this, anything. You a lead attorney, you got majority black followers, and you here caping and not taking accountability. You should be debating Pearl right now, using your legalese, your lawyer skills, and put her on the pedal. You got to cross-examine Pearl. That's what we were waiting for you to do. Cross-examine her. Why is she not on here and you cross-examine her? Instead, she come up here and talking about, I'm going to get my revenge. Yeah, that's right. Every single one y'all that ever talk shit, I'm going to get my revenge. And y'all sitting there just clapping. Where's this attorney skills, bro? Cross-examine this woman. Let's find out if she lied. You could have easily got that proof that she was on with Nick Fuentes 3 weeks before this drama broke out. So she didn't really mean what she was trying to do with Nick Fuentes. Why was she inviting him on the platform prior to this debacle? You're a lawyer. You were supposed to bring in that angle to the space. You're supposed to be the lawyer guy that's supposed to help us get the legal aspect shit taken care of. But at the end of the day, you still talking about the same dirty trenches shit that we talk about, the same drama shit that we talk about. So you know different, and by the definition, you're not helping these guys either. And neither is your buddy Pearl. So the fuck is she paying y'all for? Y'all are weird, bro. Get the fuck. This is why, man, I'm done with this. Y'all are weird. I can't believe y'all will just sit there and let these people lie to you.
Mr. Beast.
Let me find one y'all say something else about O'Shea, bro. This nigga is wilding right now.
Stuff. Mr. Beast, guys, is the #1 YouTuber in the world. He don't help nobody with his content. Now, he does stuff with the money and stuff like that. But when he got big, you know, he just cured 1,000 people, blind people in Africa, right? But apart from this type of stuff, when he was getting big, it was pure entertainment. Pearl is entertainment. She's told you that. She's entertainment. Right? I don't know what you want from her. If you want the black community to be strengthened, you mentioned all these stats. If you want the black relationships, the black men and black women to be on one accord, James, there's your sign to start your channel, pimp.
Wow, nigga. Then what the fuck is the point of Pearl being here? Right? Why you putting the onus on him? We promoted Pearl out there. Why you were diverting responsibility to him? He don't got to start a channel for nothing. He doesn't need to start a channel. There's a reason why he came to you, lead. Because you're supposed to be the rational one, you know, with the legalese and helping men understand the legal aspects of divorce. So if Pearl is in the same space as you and Pearl is treating it as entertainment and you treating it as entertainment, why are you sitting up here pretending you actually helping fools? Why are any of y'all sitting here pretending you're actually helping these people? I'm telling you right now, this goes for lead attorney, this goes for Anton Daniels, this goes for Donnie Boy, any of y'all running your little operation. I'm telling you right now, these guys are not dumb. And listen, a lot of eyes were open after Kevin Samuels passed away. And this isn't just from me. This is from audience from all walks of life. I get emails all the time, same as you. I'm sure you get those same emails. They'll tell you all the time, Drew, dude, I get it, dog. Lead attorney, I get it. The Manosphere space, it died with Kevin Samuels, lead. Dude, what are we going to do? It died with Kevin Samuels. They have a point. Because when they come up here and they see this, y'all are not here to entertain these boys. We knew that from the start. Y'all call us haters for calling it out. Now they're casually admitting it. He's not even allowing Pearl to take accountability. He's telling this young man to go start a channel. You want to help black men? Go start a channel. Then what the fuck are these niggas super chatting you for, lead? Why are they paying you? Why are they buying your course? If he got to start the channel, he came to you for help. Why he got to start a channel? Not everybody got the time to start a channel and be a YouTube slave. Because that's what this is. You think YouTube is a fucking a gateway to success, my nigga? This shit, nigga, do you know how many videos you gotta make and drop every single day just to stay in an algorithm? You want him to risk what he's got going on in his personal life just to do YouTube, to do the job you were supposed to be doing right now? Then why are you even in the spot, lead attorney? Why is any of y'all in this leadership spot right now? Yo, I'm sorry, chat. It's too much overload right now. Pearl just exposed a bunch of shit that I didn't even realize about these dudes, bro. He exposed a lot of things, bro. I thought, like, lead attorney, bro, I did not expect this. I genuinely did not expect it. I hope you and O'Shea do a debate, bro. Yo, O'Shea, you and, who's his name? I forgot. Jason Black. O'Shea and Jason Black, first of all, they both got to do a stream. For sure. And they got to squash the shit with Obsidian. That's for sure. Because then otherwise, O'Shea's going to keep getting that smoke. And I see a bunch of other YouTubers now that are coming out and start throwing shit everywhere. And y'all, listen, y'all need to be patient. Because, like, there's a bunch of things coming out. That's why, I think, in case y'all missed it, O'Shea did call out Obsidian. So for those of you guys who said O'Shea didn't call out Obsidian, he called. That's why we played the video at the start of this. He called him out. And Obsidian is still refusing to change. But just because Obsidian is being a dummy doesn't mean Jason Black and O'Shea Duke Jackson have to be at odds. I don't think they need to be at odds at all because I think both of them agree. And even O'Shea said it in that video. Jason Black didn't have smoke for O'Shea. He had more smoke for Obsidian because Obsidian's being a coon. And the same thing with every single one of these Manosphere dudes. I guarantee you, Jason Black's probably gonna do a video on his lead attorney's live stream. Put a 1 in the chat if you if you think Jason Black might do a stream on this, because it was that bad, lead. That's how bad this was. And I don't think Jason Black would have even considered you to be in this category, but this stream that you did tossed you in there. He got to start a channel. Can you believe what's coming out of this attorney's mouth? Even though I'm in this space and I got a bunch of audience, I got 2,000 people. They're each paying me $100 per super chat. But even though I'm not actively helping them right now, but I'm claiming I am. How about you go start a channel? You think we're stupid? We don't know how that sounds to us, bruh?
Right, take it and run. Go. I'm up here doing my thing. Pearl is doing her thing. MTR is doing his thing. O'Shea's doing his thing. Here you go.
Okay, so I guess it'll be my last thing. I'll let you get out of here. I know you got other people. I appreciate the space to get on. So, so should we take it then as that's where the lead stands as well? That you're here for entertainment.
Is this where you stand, lead?
Because that's what YouTube.
You willing to die on this hill, lead?
Did you see the first 40 minutes of this stream? I told you exactly where my stance was. Guys,
no, not the stance on whether the Pearl is racist or not. Because
bro, who is this guy? This brother is smart. I like this brother. He's not letting that attorney legalese get in the way, because that he spots that chat. The argument these Manosphere coons, what they're trying to say is we were calling her racist. None of us thinks Pearl is racist. We are arguing that she's not being held accountable. Again, I have to specify that for the slow kids in the back, right? And you see, lead attorney, the first 40 minutes of his live stream was him strawmanning everyone who had a grievance with Pearl. He was saying that we were calling her racist. Nobody's calling her racist. We're saying she did content with a racist. And we're not even calling Nick Fuentes a racist. He called himself a racist. You understand? So we're not the ones calling Pearl a racist. We're actually talking about you guys. We're talking about you guys and what you're doing right now and not holding her accountable. Why is she being held accountable? Why isn't she being cross-examined by the lead attorney right now? Why didn't she get pressed by Obsidian when Obsidian had a stream with her? All of y'all, what we're seeing is you have opportunities to right the wrongs, and you are choosing clout over the people who built you up. That right there is a shame. And this brother right here is smart, because he's not falling for that garbage. Because lead attorney is just going to say, hey, well, didn't you see my early stream? Okay, I already said what I had to say about racism. Bro, we not calling her a racist. That's not what we said. We said, why aren't you holding her accountable?
I really don't care about that. But in terms of, because understanding the Trojan horse is like, yeah, I understand it had to be an entertaining component, right? Like, it's one thing to be entertaining, but there's a different motive behind it versus, hey, I'm here for pure entertainment. So should we take this to understand that lead attorney is like, yo, I'm here for entertainment because that's what YouTube rewards, and I'm trying to it's entertainment.
Yo, get him.
Where lead is?
Did you see my last stream when black men were calling in?
It's a yes or no question, lead. I don't need to know about your last stream. Are you about the entertainment, lead, or are you about helping black folks? Which is it? Because you claim you by helping black folks. But the fact that you just made this argument against Pearl and her content be entertainment, meanwhile, she's been walking around here saying she's trying to help black men and black women. The real natural question for us to ask you is, are you for entertainment, or are you to help black folks? Oh, all of a sudden now when that question is being asked, it don't look too good, huh? Now it starts to expose a couple things about your ideology and why y'all niggas are really here. Doesn't it? Let's just be real. Who is this guy? Who is this brother? You see how he just set up that trap? He just set up that trap for lead attorney, and watch him deflect from this bullshit.
And asking me deep personal questions about their
deep personal questions. What? Deep personal questions? Nigga, all he's asking is, are you for entertainment or are you here to help black folks? All of a sudden, that's a deep personal question. Oh my God, lead. I'm sorry, bro. Listen, bro, lead. You're a smart guy. Nobody's taking that from you. but like legitimately, you should have never done this live stream. You doing this live stream is probably the biggest L of 2023 thus far that you could ever take. Cause you sounding like my boy cooning away right now. That's what you sounding like. And this is not me. It's your own words, dog. Are you here for black folks or you not? And my bro right here is dude. This dude is a genius. He couldn't, bro. This dude was so tact with this, and now you're talking about it's a personal question. It's a personal question to ask you if you're here for your folks or not. How is that personal? They're paying you hundreds of dollars right now, actively. They're supporting you. So are you here for them or are you here for entertainment? You fucking
relationship, and I was giving
No, I
them.
didn't see that.
Okay, you didn't see that one. Okay, but what about the day 2 days before that?
Nigga, we don't want it. I don't want to know about 2 days ago. You were talking to Pearl right now. I want to know what you think right now. Stop deflecting the question, Mr. Attorney. All right, I want to know the answer. Are you here to help the people in your chat, or are you here for entertainment? Because if you're here for entertainment, it makes sense why you went subscriber only mode halfway during your stream. Because if you weren't here for entertainment, you wouldn't care, and your take would have been 100%. But you know what you're really here for, bro. We all know. We won't claim. We all know that shit. And no one hold that against you, bro. Everybody's getting their money. It is what it is. All right? But I'm just saying, isn't it a little bit weird that you came out with this and you're not even willing to be honest about your own situation? That's crazy, dog. You built 200,000 people. You built your platform off of them niggas. And when the chips are down, this is what you doing, bro? Wow. Wow, dog. My boy, he's your fan.
I did another Q&A, and black men and black women called in, and they talked about their spouses. They talked about the problems that they were having in their relationships, the problems they were having in their marriages. They talked about the problems that they were having with their kids. And I sat there and gave them detailed, nuanced information for 5, 10, 15.
We want to know right now, because he's not going to do that research. And your audience, we know they're not going to do that research. So all you doing right now is just talking. I want to hear what you really feel right now, because chat, right now, he still hasn't answered the question. Are you here for helping black folks, or are you here for entertainment? Did O'Shea make a mistake when he pulled you out of that rut when you only had 3,000 subscribers and no hope of surviving? Tell me, did that man make a mistake on you? That's what we're trying to get to. We're trying to get the answer to that question, because he said, here's a young brother that could potentially make it, and you're doing a great job. So you let me know, is O'Shea, was he wrong about you? That's what I want to know, and you deflecting right now, brother. That's interesting.
20 minutes a question. I did it for hours. Does that sound like education, or does that sound like information?
Sounds like
does that sound like
it sounds like
education, or
you're
does
not
that
here
like
for just purely entertainment. That
There
you
you
are
go.
entertaining because you understand that component, but you're not here for just entertainment.
And
There
this
you
is
go.
fair.
So we
Because lead attorney does give a lot of his personal experience. Who is this brother? James Penn. James Penn, bro. If you got a YouTube channel, I don't know, bro. I wish you were here in the chat, bro. I would shout you out live. I don't know what I could do, because you are quickly proven. Look at this attorney. I have never seen a lawyer sweat in my life ever. Look at his brow, bro. Look at this shit. This nigga is sweating right now. And brother is calm, asking these questions. And he's right. Lead attorney is not just here for purely entertainment. Although he tried to make it seem like what he's doing is all educational and no entertainment. It's like, nah, bro, you here for the same shit that we here for. That's it. Exact same shit. Ain't nothing different about what you doing. You can just claim you're a 20-year divorce attorney. But listen, at the end of the day, you on YouTube talking about the same shit I'm talking about. That's it. Drama. So all that 20 years of divorce, that don't mean shit when it comes to drama. This brother is smart. I have never seen a dude make an attorney sweat. Look at this shit, bruh. Look at his forehead, bruh. He got him licking his lips. He got him licking his lips. He like, I gotta figure out something. God damn, who is this nigga? Why did he come here?
We actually agree there.
Yeah, I'm here for something different, and that's why I don't.
What
have
is it? Why are you here?
Mr. B's views. That's why I don't have just Pearly Things views. You know, if you come on here on some pocket watching with JT shit, the views are they're gonna be hard to get.
What? What? Pocket watching with JT gets recognition from CoffeeZilla himself. That nigga's bigger than Pearl. And he has a wider reach. Don't compare what pocket watching does to what you do. Cause at least with pocket watching, he sticks to about accounting and business. Nigga, you over here talking about drama shit. You just like us. You just like us. Don't bring Pocket into this. I rock with Pocket. Pocket knows what he's doing. Pocket is building a solid audience base, and I'm a huge fan. I got an account following him right now, heavy on YouTube. Every time a video drop, it's right there. I'm watching. Because I got to keep an eye on these financial fools that are running muck out here. So I rock with Pocket. I rock with O'Shea. I rock with you, Lead. But I don't know what is happening right now. You're not being straight with us. You really acting like a lawyer. You acting like a true attorney right now. Attorney, my bad. So I don't know what to believe, bruh. I don't. Because when you're supposed to be standing 10 tones down, you flipping. And why are we surprised? This is exactly what lawyers do.
They're going to be hard to get. Guys, you can't name a person in this space that just sits down and just answers questions. Just whatever question you want about your marriage, about relationships.
Christ,
people will sit there and preach to you. People will sit there and tell you what you need to do and this and that. But to sit down and listen and just answer.
Nigga, you do that. You can't even answer the question if you're here for entertainment or you're here to help. But you do the exact same thing. What you talking about? Look at this nigga sweating. You see this nigga sweating, bruh? Jesus! Look at this. Look, you got 1, you got 2, you got 3 beads. You got another one forming right here. You got 4 beads of sweat coming down that head of yours, bruh. Even you know you capping right now. My buddy, look at his face. This is a look of somebody who know they got you in the hot seat. Just look at the dynamic, chat. Look at this. Look at the solid eye contact this brother is making right now. You see that little smile? He's like, yeah, bro, go ahead and answer this shit. And lead attorney, he's like, God damn, bro. You got me sweating in this hot ass suit. I got the suit on in my office at 3 at night. I don't know what to do. Why you gotta ask me this?
Questions with thoughtful answers that take 10 minutes, 20 minutes to explain.
Wow.
Who else is doing this in this sector? Name someone.
Everybody is doing what you're doing. Everybody's doing what you're doing. You know different, my dude. Everybody's doing.
Who else is just sitting here, once a week, twice a week, answering your questions that you need to improve your life?
Okay, bro, but are you here to help us? You didn't say yes or no. That's getting me worried, Lead. Because you sound like a real attorney right now. And I don't like that. Because listen, you would not pay me to go talk to an attorney willingly, okay? But the fact that I see an attorney who's supposed to help black folks give us the 1-on-1, and he's acting brand new right now, that's a problem. Why you not answer the question, Lead? He asked, look at his face. He's still waiting on that answer, bro. You talking about videos from 3 years ago, or however many days ago you expect him to watch. You expect a brother like that to watch every single one of your videos, huh? Like how tone deaf do you have to be to expect everybody to watch every video?
Name someone, James Penn, who's doing it.
Now, in a legal standpoint, man.
Not in anything. In anything in the sector. Who's doing it?
Why does it got to be anything? Nigga, we talking about you. He asked you the question. Why you talking about any nigga? Wait a minute. What the nigga? He asked you. Is your content lead attorney, Mr. 20-year divorce guy? Are you being honest? Are you here to entertain or are you here to help? And you over here talking about, well, look at all these other YouTubers. Who cares? We talking about you. The nigga sweating right now. Like, are you here to help us? Chat. The fact that he is not asking this question is a problem. You understand that, right? This is a problem. And I'm kind of worried right now because I support this guy. So I don't know what's going on.
I don't know anybody that's live streaming, going in doing that.
And you know what? He doesn't have to know anybody that's live streaming because he's focused on the Manosphere. You're in the Manosphere lead. O'Shea propped you up. So answer his question. Like, why are you avoiding his question, bro?
But that's actually kind of to my point, right? Is that you can have a motive that is beyond the pure entertainment, and we understand there's an entertaining component, right? Valuetainment, Patrick Bet David calls it, right? Entertainment, I've heard it called. So, I'll end the plane on that. Is if somebody is being pure entertainment at the expense of Black dysfunction to make a bag, I don't think that's somebody that we should big up. And the criticism ain't on them. It's on that's not somebody we should big up. When we have a desire to do more than entertain, and we understand entertainment is a component, but there is a educational and it's a bigger mission, a bigger purpose.
Tell him, brother.
To do. So that would be my desire.
By the way, while lead attorney likes to cap like there's no one else doing that shit, providing entertainment, but not just entertainment, but educational purposes, that also is a lawyer or someone who works in the legal system. There's another YouTuber named Nate the Lawyer. If you guys don't know who Nate the Lawyer is, Nate the Lawyer, y'all need to go subscribe to this nigga right now because unlike most of these other guys, he has a criminal justice major. And when you see his content, pretty much similar channel size to what's his name? What do you call it? A lead attorney, right? But you don't see him talking about like weird, like shit that would be considered related to Manosphere, right? He'll talk about the divorce, the Amber Heard situation. He talks about the fucking gender unequal pay gap when it comes to female soccer. So, and you can tell when you listen to him talk, he applies a lot of his expertise, legal and criminal justice expertise, to what he's saying. I wouldn't think he considers himself Manosphere, but I do watch a lot of his content. And you guys already see, like, your buddy just gonna subscribe right then and there just to help a brother out. But just letting you know right now, there are other people out there that are providing actual educational content that don't have to get into the whole modern woman trope like you're doing. So the fact of the matter is, the fact that you're not answering this brother's question, if you're for entertainment or you're here to entertain these Manosphere red pill dudes, I think we already have our answer, don't we? Because realistically, if you want to sit here and pretend like you're the only attorney out here talking about divorce laws and breakups in the Manosphere space, you are absolutely wrong, my brother, because there are other content creators who are doing it at a higher class and a higher level than you are. Maybe don't get the same attention from these Manosphere simps like you're getting right now from a lot of these dudes in red pill, but it says a lot about them and what they're doing outside of the red pill space and what you're doing and what you're capitalizing in the space right now, bruh. So don't sit here and pretend like you're the only one out here just doing shit to help Black folks when it comes to red pill and divorce, because you're in the same trenches as we are right now. There are other attorneys that can pull from that are doing the same shit that you're doing right now, and they're using their expertise way better.
I gotta get on my game and do my thing, so I'm, you continue to, absorb it and get out here and make my mark and my impact. But that would be my desire for, the other influential people in the space, as well as to always just keep that at the forefront.
I hear you. And I really do. And that's why
I really don't think you do. I think you need to go back, revise this live stream, and figure out what you need to go from there. Because I think right now you may not realize it, but you took a massive L here. This was not a great take. Matter of fact, you were better off not doing this video at all. And I think somehow you probably expected this, and I don't blame you. You're here for the clout. It is what it is, because if you're not, prove us wrong. Answer the damn question, dog, and you didn't, all right? So realistically, we know why you're here. It is what it is, bro. Like, the fact you just over here not answering questions and you're deflecting for Pearl of all people, it lets us know where every single one of you Manosphere dudes stands, especially when it comes to your own people when the chips are down, because we're seeing it right now, and y'all wouldn't even stand by their own people that built you up. And you know what the saddest thing is, chat? These same people wouldn't realize how badly they've been robbed by these content creators claiming that they're here to help them. All right, these guys are gonna continue to give them money. They're gonna continue to be blind. They continue to just be ignorant to the reality that these same people that are claiming to help them are actually robbing them blind. And it's just so sad to see. But I think that what Pearl has done in this space this has exposed exactly what everyone needed to see. Not what I needed to tell you or what our channel has been preaching for months, for what, the year and a half we've been in existence, right? Like, we haven't even been here that long. That's a crazy thing, bro. So it's just like wild. Like, we've been preaching this thing since the moment we got here, and the fact of the matter is y'all are not seeing it. It took Pearl to expose how much of a hypocrite a lot of these people are. Listen, bro. At the end of the day, it's up to you guys to basically take the time, do the research, and not have to rely on random people on YouTube that claim to have the expertise, that claim to have the knowledge, just to do nothing else but sell you courses they're not even versed at. That is sad to me, bro. Like, honestly, dude. Like, you selling a course you don't know nothing about. That's crazy to me. Why are you selling courses? Why is it a 20-year divorce attorney need to sell courses online? Does that even make any sense? I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.